7 o'clock in St. Louis. You are listening to The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the program. A gentleman by Jackson Burkett, who will debut. The 5th episode of Movie Boy is on the ones and twos, Doug. And here we go. The Pinstripes, the Cardinals, a rematch of 19 and 64.
This should be the weekend where we close in on that wild card, because you know what they say about the wild card. Daddy likey. The Cardinals are only 3.5 out.
God,
3.5
stop
out.
it.
Mets, Cubs both lost again last night. I'm telling you, we're right there. We're right there. And if we can just get hot, we can win this baby.
But they can't get hot.
No.
But if they could,
it would be different.
40 games to go, Tim. You win 30 of those 40. Look at that. You got 91 wins. You would have taken that, wouldn't you, in February?
91?
Yeah, just got to go 30 and 10. Come on. Let's do this.
I just want 77 to cover my overbet.
I think there's a lot of that out there, too. Come on, boys. You can do this. Mm-hmm. They do have spots running, and I believe we run them as well. But it's, it's the showdown this weekend. Cards, Yankees. And it does sound a little magical when you record that in February.
Uh-huh.
And I just don't expect to have to run it in August to sell tickets.
I think the problem is a lot of those are recorded. Like you crank them all out in February. Danny Mack used to do them. John Hewlett does them. The guys who broadcast the card, you just record a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. It's the Yankees coming to town to face your Cardinals. And then you say, we're 61 and 61. Nope, 3.5 back, Doug. You sucked me back in. My favorite, Tim knows this, the old Rams commercials when Smash would do them. They were on the FM dial, and they would just get a little carried away. Yeah. And it might have been the FM DNA behind it. But we're going to Seattle, baby. We're going to take that big state and shove it up your behind. And you're like, whoa. They got a little dramatic, a little violent.
You can text in on what you want to shove up our behinds. 314-399-9646, Air Comfort Service, text inbox. Call in. Doug always says, Martin, Fridays are for phone calls.
Let's do it.
I've never
Load them up right now. Clear them, Doug.
I enjoyed it. All right, let's clear the line. Everybody out. Clear the lines. If you are in line now, hang up! Clear the lines! Okay, that should do it.
Casey off the air.
All right. 314-974-0101. Callier and Thompson phone lines. Call in and be a friend of the Feather. And Doug, why look, friends have gathered at the TMA YouTube channel like they do every morning.
Have they?
They have. And it's fun to see Kirk Bear talking to Bill Reloaded and Joey Vitale's Gooner module, which and it's so good to hear and see Tim this morning is what he says. But guess what, Doug? It's going to be so good to hear Joey Vitale because he is going to be with us. I don't know about the Gooner module, but he will be with us at 8:15, presented to you by Schaefer Door Company. Chairman Kurt, do you have the bingo card ready? He's designing the bingo card right now, and it looks like it's about to be an Instagram post. Am I correct on that? And on the Twitter tweets. TMA STL on the Twitter tweets. You can play Joey Vitale Bingo and TMA_STL on Instagram. I think we initially had TMA STL, but somebody lost the password, so now we have TMA_STL.
Well, that's just nice. It's just fun.
It is.
I'm elated. Boy, I was elated yesterday, Tim.
What's going on?
I got my first hole-in-one.
Holy crap!
But I have to ask a question. I'm not sure it was legitimate. Because it was on a par 3 hole at Riverside. It was on the par 3 course. It was only 90 yards. Does that still count?
All day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that it counts.
What are you talking about?
90 yard on a par 3 course?
100% counts.
You think?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
There's no gray area on this.
It was your first shot. And you were playing a 9-hole round?
On a par 3 course?
Yes, that counts. It counts.
Okay.
90 yards or otherwise.
That's it. Holy crap.
If you tee it up, if you put it in the tee box on your first shot,
Doug,
and
you
make
put the peg in the ground.
Okay.
That's a hole-in-one. Good. It
felt a little tainted. It felt a little tainted.
Was this information? I was in the show prep meeting down the hall.
No.
News to me.
Well, I didn't get too excited because it feels a little tainted.
Why is it tainted?
It's such a short hole, and it's a par 3 course. I don't know. There's probably been a jillion hole-in-ones on par 3 courses.
So what?
Gosh, maybe Costas was right. about you, saying you're the most self-deprecating man in America. Look at you. You got a hole-in-one and you can't even enjoy it.
Well, I enjoyed it. I just thought, well, it'd be a little bit more legit if it was 150 yards on a big
There's
course.
150-yard holes on par 3 courses.
Tim, do you only count
Congratulations.
Do I only count who?
Sawgrass? That's the only one that doesn't count.
Absolutely.
Doug, way to go.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
tip of the
I'll count
cap.
it.
Did you
Okay.
enjoy it in the moment? Now you're being
I didn't
humble
know
now.
it went in. I didn't know it went in until
But
we
when
got
you
up there.
found out, did you enjoy it?
Sure.
Okay.
Were you with Nick Vaughn?
I was with Nick,
So he's the witness.
He would be the witness, But
God
neither one of
bless
us saw
America.
it go in until we got to the green. Said, "Where's the ball?" I'm sure it was on the green. Oh my God, it's in the hole.
What club was the player using?
Pitching wedge.
P-Dub. Jackson would probably be, what's that, an 8?
Get out of here. Leave me out of this.
Flight an 8? Well, Papers got a hole-in-one last year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Where was yours?
40-yarder?
That was 2 summers ago.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Legitimate hole.
Yeah, it wasn't much. I mean, it was probably 110 yards.
Oh.
But that was my second. I have 2.
Whoa.
Oh.
Tim, any?
I have 3.
Wow, look at you.
Do you have one, Martin?
No.
Wow.
No.
But the one I had last year, I was out with both of my sons, and there's a hole-in-one, I don't know what the right term would be, pool fund, for lack of a better term. And it's a nice hit, especially when you're in the situation that the Tam Avenue Capital Partners are in, and there are these weekly cash calls. So it would have been a nice hit. However, the rule is you have to be with somebody who is 18 years or older that they can witness it. And my sons at the time being 6 years old and 2 years old, that was not recognized by the establishment. I have to tell you, even though that's disappointing, I respect the rule. You don't want to set a precedent where somebody goes, oh yeah, my kids saw it, and now they have a cottage industry of collecting a nice, few $1,000s for getting a hole-in-one. But I didn't know that it went in, and I asked a gentleman who was over on the short game range if he could walk up to the green with me, and he confirmed it, but that still was not good enough. But hey.
But
it
you know
happened.
it went in.
I know it went in.
Yeah,
My
that's all
kids
that
know it
matters.
went in. My older son was the one who ran up there to look. So, yeah. But, yeah, Doug, any hole-in-one counts, period. God bless America. Tip of the cap.
Well, thank you. I guess I should count it.
Yes,
I kept
it
the ball
counts.
and everything, if nothing else.
There's not any pushback.
Did you lead with that on Channel 5 last night? Was it your
I
first
did.
story?
I did, yeah.
Cardinals were off. It's a
I
good
like
lead.
it. I like it to make the sports about me.
Yeah.
Well, there is some of that out there. A lot of 2 shots. A lot of tight shots.
I was wondering when I forgot the term two-shot. Now I know what you're the cutaway two-shot.
Yes, the nodding.
The nodding that was made popular in William Hurt's broadcast news with Albert Brooks. Was that Holly Hunter?
I
Was
think
that
it
Holly
was.
Hunter?
Yes.
Was it 87?
Oh, I was
don't
going to
know
go
the years.
87, 88, somewhere in that range.
Jackson loves that movie.
I do.
Fake tears.
I was running to get the tape over. That's
could
good
see some
stuff.
fake
And also,
tears in
Albert
this
Brooks
market.
and Robert Wool. I always used to get them confused.
There was a lot of truth to that movie.
Fake
A lot of
tears.
It'll be
Doug.
reviewed on Movie Boy next week with Gareth. Gareth will be on for his 3rd episode of Movie Boy, and he loves broadcast news.
Well, if I could get Jack Nicholson on for that to talk about his
Oh,
45 seconds in that movie.
He doesn't.
he loves doing interviews.
Well, he doesn't
Especially
do
in his
TV.
late
Famously,
80s.
does not do TV. Even told Costas F no. Doesn't do TV, but maybe he's open to a podcast.
Yeah.
How old is he now? He's got to be.
You want to take it over under?
Mid to late 80s.
Yeah, I
You'd
think
be
he's
shocked.
88.
I'll say
if
that's
I had to
a
guess.
tick high. I'd
Say
say
87.
I think it's 87. Gosh.
He's 88.
90-yard
88.
pitching wedge. Lift some weights, Vaughn. That's from the Warson Woods Wacko, and he is not happy.
Well, what else do you use?
Putter.
Sand wedge? I can't hit a sand wedge that far.
Is that a 54 degree for you? 56? You got 58?
I
Or do you
have
like
a
to loft it
56.
up with a 60?
I couldn't hit my 56 that far either.
Oh, you're so massive.
Well, what would you use with 90 yards out?
I would hit either a 54 or a gap, probably 54 degree wedge.
Okay.
But you have to understand, I'm great.
Yeah, and I'm not. You're a great man. You're a great man. You're a wonderful man.
Martin, what will we talk about with Joey Vitale?
Is he in Paris? Do we clarify?
Yeah, Jackson, has this been confirmed?
We don't know.
I texted him yesterday
Did he confirm?
during the program.
Did you text him in French?
Parlez-vous français?
Guy can barely speak English.
I texted him yesterday during this presentation, I think in the 8 o'clock hour. And I said, can you join us at 8:15 tomorrow? And all he said was yes, with an exclamation point.
Wow.
So I don't know if he's in
Parlez-vous
Paris.
français? Well, I'm pretty sure he is.
If he is, it would be just like early afternoon there.
Yeah.
And he'd be calling. And
I just didn't know if he
6-7
wanted to
hours.
step away from the Parisian vacation with his wife to talk it over here on the Nitwit Factory. But if he wants to, God bless, the Nitwit Factory is happy to have him.
Joey has blue-collar roots. And if you agree to something, you stick to it. And I think that's...
How about that, Doug?
I think Joey...
Color roots.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
think Joey subscribes to. But we can ask him. I don't know. Maybe he's not in Paris.
That's right. A man's word is only as good as a man's girth. Think about
His
that.
blue collar roots include he was actually one of the guys who laid the concrete on the Enterprise Center.
How about that,
Concrete
Jackson?
floor.
Yeah.
Physically did the
That's a great
The
nugget.
house that Joey built.
Jackson, you were requested at 5:08 a.m. on the text line.
I always like these.
Tiger Warson Woods. First of all, at 5:05, he said, "Morning, boys. Can't wait till 7 a.m." Tiger Warson Woods. And then he said, "Do you think you could send me a copy of the dossier this morning so I know when to tune in?" So now people are specifically made like a
Oh, they request a
newsletter.
dossier?
No chance in hell.
Okay.
Wow. Doug, was it proprietary? Did Stiefel say, hey, no, sir?
Yeah, it's not. It's for our eyes, not for others.
For your eyes only. Was that Barbara Streisand? Is that Barbara Streisand?
Your eyes only.
Roger Moore, 78-ish, 79.
If it's pre-82, I can't speak on it.
80,
Jackson,
For Your Eyes
Barbara
Only. That's a
Streisand,
good
was she
one.
dressed up as a boy in Yentl?
With a hat? One of those weird caps.
Like the crocheted hat.
She was gender bending in that movie, wasn't she?
We're not going to kink shame.
Oh, wow.
No, I think, hold on. No, I don't think that's Barbara Streisand. I'm going to get this. No, it's,
Not Carly Simon.
no, we're in that realm, though. It's not Linda Ronstadt.
Tupac had all eyes on me.
That's true.
that
And that
wasn't-
was spelled with a Z?
Not the question.
All eyes on me. He didn't say all eyes on me. He said all eyes on me.
I looked up Barbara Streisand for your
Oh, don't
eyes
look up
only,
Barbara
and then nothing came up.
See, I bet we got an active text inbox anytime we bring
What
in.
about Barbara
Sheena
Batch?
Easton, gentlemen.
I knew
Sheena
we were in the ballpark.
Easton.
Okay.
Morning train.
My baby takes the morning train.
What about Sugar Walls? What about Sugar Walls? I would like to hear Sugar Walls as return music.
Not first
I have
return
to tell
music
ya.
is Glowworm for Doug.
Oh,
What's going on because of the hole in one?
Who's the ace?
Would you
Thank
like
you
new
much.
addition for your hole in one? What about Sugar Walls from
Glower.
Sheena Easton? Because I think there might be a double entendre, and I'll talk more about that on QFTA next week. In the meantime, you can talk about it at 314-399-9646. That is how you text into the Air Comfort Service text inbox. You call in on the Callier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101. And Doug, we have Biff with 1F on the Callier and
Oh,
Thompson
great.
phone lines. Biff, you are on 101 ESPN with Doug Vaughn, who just had a hole-in-one, brother.
Hello, Biff. Biff.
Oh, hello, man.
Yes, Biff.
Yeah, it's two F's, Tim.
Two Fs, Doug.
Okay. All right. That's nice.
Spelled with 1F from Chairman Kurtz. That's all I can tell you.
no,
If it's in the prompter, I read it.
Schaefer
if it's in the
Door only has
prompter,
one F.
Ron reads it.
Okay.
It's all good. Congratulations on the hole in one there.
Well, thank you, Biff.
Yeah, yeah. So what's going to be on your topics today, Tim?
Oh, people are really wanting in on this dossier.
Yeah, well, Martin asked Jackson to publicize the dossier on the Twitter tweets and Instagram and MySpace, but unfortunately, Jackson said Stiefel's contract with 101 ESPN and Hubbard Radio St. Louis calls for it to be private. And so Jackson cannot, nay, will not release the Stiefel dossier to the public.
Yeah, okay. So what do you think? 2 out of 3 against the Yankees? That's probably how it's going to go. Cardinals take 2 out of 3.
Oh, gosh, I
you
would
like
think. If not, sweep the darn thing.
I think he's dipping into Cardinal corner, Tim. I think he's getting a
Yeah,
sneak
that could
peek
be a
now.
problem. But that's why if you publicize the dossier, you wouldn't run into that. But hey, if it's in the contract, it's in the contract. 2 out of 3, Biff. Let me see what that would pay. Doug, it's called series prices. Biff, have you been wagering at all?
Yes, heavily, Tim. Degenerate gambler, you know that. You don't have to ask.
Heavily.
How's it going? You been winning?
Yeah.
Have you?
You didn't sound like you sound a little down about it.
No, not down at all. No.
Okay.
I just haven't been winning on the Cardinals a lot, but I've been winning in general, yes.
The Yankees are minus 130 to win the series. But if you want to bet, I think your average unit size is usually about 10 grand. If you wanted to bet 10 grand on the Cardinals and they were to win 2 of 3, you would receive 10 grand. You do not have to have any minus odds, but you don't get plus odds either.
Not a bad bet.
All right, there it is. 10,000 on the Cardinals has been booked.
Who's towing the slab for the next 3 games for the?
Well, I can only
You got the.
have to get on the internet and let's see.
I would imagine you're going to see our friend Sonny Gray.
Tonight?
No, tonight would be Andre Palante.
Palante
nice.
against Hill,
Luis
Gill.
Luis Gill. He's got an ERA of 7.27.
Ken Hill. He was with the
He should-
Cardinals and
And
went
the
to the Expos.
Expos, a lot of
and then
teams.
came back.
Sonny Gray tomorrow, Biff.
David Perron of the 90s. Nurse.
This has turned into a Douglas-inspired segment.
Friend of the show, Miles Michaelis on Sunday.
There you go, Doug.
Okay, good.
I thought he was
Will
launched
Warren.
into the sun.
Huh?
I thought he was launched into the sun.
He's back.
He's good at home. All right, is that it, Biff?
No. It's a big weekend with the Yankees and Cardinals. So, what's your food recommendations for the
for heaven's sakes.
Cardinals?
That's not a bad
Food
question
recommendations.
at all. I'm kind of tempted to hit that Fenton Bar and Grill and get some wingy. I haven't had it in 8 days, and I need to inject that golden sauce into my vein. That's something kind of like Bubs on the Wire. That's what I'm going to do. Doug, Friday night, of course, is pizza night. Where are you going to get your pizza tonight? You got to celebrate this hole-in-one all weekend.
I don't know where I'll get pizza.
So you're not hungry because you've been doing white because you
I'm
celebrated the
hungry
hole-in-one?
Right. Now I have done no white.
You gonna do a New York slice?
Ooh, Soppins.
I hadn't even
Bronx
thought
Bombers
about
are in
it.
town.
I don't know.
Kind of thinking Uncle Leo's tonight
Yeah,
might be
that's
my
close
play.
to me, yeah.
Might be doing that, Biff. So then I'll do Fenton Bar and Grill tomorrow. And Sundays is always up for snatch grabs. Snatch grabs.
Hey, Tim. Last Friday, me and Suit Wearing Drywall Johnny, if you remember him. Suit Wearing Drywall Johnny. We did the Blackthorn, Tim, and it was amazing.
I like to hear that. I know the owner, and he's a wonderful gentleman.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've not met the owner, but oh my God, it was the bomb. I mean, it was just. Have you ever sat down in the place and ate?
Yeah, absolutely, a few times.
Play a little pinball.
You got a little pinball, Martin. All right.
Oh yeah, they got the AC/DC pinball machine, and they got the skee ball, and they got the shuffleboard. And they got it all, don't they? The jukebox, it's to die for.
You still going to Twin Peaks quite a bit?
Yeah, we do. That's our Thursday night when they have bra night. Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday it's bra night. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh gosh.
It's like that Blackthorn, thick. I like a thick pie though.
Oh, do you like a thick pie?
Good,
Oh,
good
hey.
spicy sauces.
It's got a
Oh
little
yeah,
kick to it for sure.
Spicy sauce for sure. Oh, hey Tim, and as you always say, support the sponsors.
Amen.
Yesterday, I was in James Carlton's office.
Oh,
met
wow.
with the man myself. I switched all my insurance to James Carlton.
Wow.
Oh.
I got to tell you, that's a big hit for James Carlton. Wouldn't mind a little kickback on that one. Especially with this
Yeah.
Pebble Gate on I-95 draining me dry.
Oh yeah, that was. I tell you what a gentleman he is. What
He
a man.
is.
Yeah. Oh, and then my company went out to the Doug Vaughn's estate out there in the upper crust area, and we're helping Doug develop a big addition on the back of his house, right, Doug?
Back of the barn off. Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
So this is from the hole-in-one money now? You're just adding on to the
Yeah,
house?
that's what it is.
Immediately called Biff on the way home.
Nice hole, Bill.
Yeah,
Wow.
brought an architect, an engineering firm. We had the whole the city council, everybody. We were all out there to help Doug figure this out because it's a big project.
Well, it's not a big project.
It's the barn off.
It
Is that
is the
300
barn off.
acres? 300 acres?
It's 290, something like
It's
that.
kind of a dilemma. Now we can't read the text telling Biff to go blank himself because he's supporting the sponsor.
Yeah, it's tough.
And what if they misspell his name? Then does that count as a launch to the sun? If they spell it with one F.
Oh, it's okay. Even Jessie Jane misspelled my name with one F, and I got her picture. I'm getting ready to frame since the beautiful lady passed. You know.
Huh.
That was sad, wasn't it, Tim? When she was like a delightful person, and
She
just up and died.
legitimately was a delightful person. She came to at least one of our events. Doug, was that the 4-year anniversary of Inside STL? Which reminds me,
I don't
today's the
remember.
20th anniversary
Oh,
of Inside
today is the
STL.
day.
It went online August 15th, 2005. Yeah, she was at 2009. And that was the night Martin, producer Joe, squared off with Charlie Marlowe for what was originally known as Idiots Roundtable, where they had an IQ test. And Jackie was there, Doug. You remember her? She passed away because she had no holes.
Oh, yeah.
She was there with Rudy, Brendan Ryan, Ryan Franklin. Who
Joe
else?
Thornton.
Joe Thornton was there. Colby Rasmus was there. I mean, Martin, you're talking about a list. This is like Lake Como for a wedding in Hollywood.
And an idiot's roundtable. I think Joe could win in terms of the idiot part. I mean, I love Joe.
Guy's got a landing strip. How are you going to bet against him?
Joe.
I have no hole.
Right there.
That's Jackie.
That'll put you in the ground. That'll put you in the ground. Yeah, she was very attractive.
Does Chairman Kurt have to write on the app the breakdown of what this segment was about?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Chairman Kurt put in for double pay today.
I like the way Jackie would say Doug.
Is she still around? We've not heard from her for
How could she be?
Yeah, she's all clogged up.
Biologically.
You'd implode at some point.
Right. You have to inhale and exhale.
Yeah.
If you're only doing one. It's not
I don't know if
work.
you've ever seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Violet. Mm-hmm. That's probably what wound up happening.
She's the one who got sideways with her old man.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Violet, you're turning violet. Wonderful.
She demanded an Oompa Loompa, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
No, that might have been Veruca Salt.
Oh,
Was that
I'm
Veruca
sorry.
Salt?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
She wanted
Daddy,
a golden
I
goose.
won one too.
Yeah.
That was Veruca Salt, who later had a band in the 90s.
She did, with sapphic overtones. Biff, any other questions?
Speaking of Josie Jane passed, and something else that just passed is the Hooters downtown just closed, Tim. That's bad news.
Wow, what a segue.
That was a big loss for you. Another one of your hangouts.
Well, it was one of my farm systems for the girls, but
You need farm systems. Like to develop pitching?
A little creepy.
where you meet the girls and hang out with the girls, and they after a 42-year run, they are no longer in existence downtown.
Oh, had it been there that long?
Yeah, like Pawtucket
42
for
years.
the Red Sox.
42 years. Yeah. Well, they were in Union Station when they started, and then they moved over to the old Mike Shannon's. They took over the old Mike Shannon's when he moved down the street when they built the new stadium. So they had a 42-year run, but it's all over now, and it's a lot of sadness downtown. But we got the Annie Ann's pretzel, so what can we say?
Yeah, that's all you really need.
Standalone Auntie
That's all
Anne.
you really need. And
That's kind of how Lower Manhattan was built. They had an Auntie Anne's.
I think
1600s.
Well, when you
start by
lose,
breakfast.
you lose Hooters, you've lost most of America.
I agree with that. Biff, we got to go. We're up against a hard break.
Oh, okay. All right. See you, man. And more food suggestions in the next segment, please.
Yeah, more food.
All right, Biff.
That's Biff. Martin. He is working on Doug's Barnoff region.
I didn't know if that was a bit, and then it turned into, I think he really did go to James Carlton. I think he really did go to Doug's house. How about that? Biff is in the construction business?
He is.
Okay.
Yeah. Has his own construction companies.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. He
Text inbox is a combination of delighted, angered, and confused.
What's wrong with your phone line?
It's the show, huh?
314-974-0101. And then somehow the call that's going to be coming in an hour from now from Paris will likely be even more confusing. It's just with the voice of the blues, Joey Vitale, who's brought to you by Schaefer Door Company.
Joey's confusion comes with a little more energy than Biff.
It does, yeah. Biff always calls and says, "So what's the topic today?" Well, listen to the show.
You called us, fella.
I think that's just another example of why the Stiefel dossier needs to be a public document.
No thanks.
Then we would be held accountable to stick by the dossier, and we bounce all over the place.
Yeah, we're just,
Makes you say that.
I don't really see any upside in that at all.
I thought you guys promised Coach's hot seat at 8-2.
Right. Like, I just, Coach's hot seat.
Coach's hot seat.
All shilt all the time.
It's Mike Schilt. Very much on the hot
If you
seat.
did ever let people in behind the curtain, don't let them go down to the bottom where you have all your secret reserves. I think that's
the
just for
secret
us.
reserve file. Oftentimes,
Questions for Heimblum that are just sitting in the bank.
What was on 10-1 last Wednesday may still be on 10-1 this Friday. And Doug, I think there would be listeners to this particular program who might catch that. And it would be unfortunate.
It would.
And that might be why the Stiefel dossier is a private document. You have to sign an NDA to be able to see this thing.
Hey, Jackson, can you wear a Pirates hat to a Cardinal game? We should discuss.
It's kind of like a closet, and you don't want to be judged on your worst sweater in the back of your closet.
No.
It's my closet.
And yet it's still hard to get rid of that sweater.
Well, you never know when you might
You've
need
had
it.
it for so many years.
Well, you're right. It's an old friend.
My favorite when I do a deep dive, and I love Jackson and I love the dossier.
Disclaimer, here it comes.
Predictionary. There's a segment that is predictionary where we have all weighed in on topics and we're going to check back later.
Yeah, that's just to refer back, and it's dated, so it helps. Refer back to some wagers that might be made or something.
Will the Cardinals have a 20-homer season? Tim, you must not have been here that day. You're not listed. Doug said yes. Martin said yes, and I named Wilson Contreras.
Jackson, why you ignoring me, bro?
Apparently, I said
July 9th. Let's find out if
What happened,
I
July?
was.
So you were not here?
I was dealing with Pebblegate.
Oh, so you were
Okay.
not here? Okay.
I was not.
Will Ryan Helsey be a Cardinal post-deadline? Tim, no. Martin, yes. I don't remember
that was
saying
that was the fiviest five-star lock of all time.
Doug said yes. Will be a Cardinal. How did we? Can we pull the tape?
Cardinals
Well,
about won
probably-
2 in a row or something.
We probably,
They were red hot.
Papers.
Questions for Heim. Questions for Tom Stillman sitting in the bank. And then there's question reserve. So we'll just keep that all to ourselves.
Mr. Lick sounds like he is going to litigate, and this could get ugly. Number one, Stiefel is a public company, so I believe securities law states that Jackson must make the dossier public. And number two, I will sunshine law that thing into the public domain if Jackson does not release it himself. That is from Mr. Licks. And now the Stiefel dossier is the subject of litigation.
Fine by me.
it's
You want to
basi-
get nuts? Let's get nuts.
It's basically just a little note taking.
It's
Here's what we're going to do.
It's
Only
a
you type it in a
3x4
computer.
graph with like a couple pieces of audio and some goofy ass question I put down.
Oh!
I wouldn't say now.
These guys feel like they deserve a right to that information.
Well, I do think Licks is probably doing the honorable thing for the audience by sunshining.
Well, yeah, like the Freedom of Information Act. Get out of here.
You took down a note the other day. We want to see that thing.
Do you think Colin Cowherd gets hit with this kind
No.
of nonsense?
But don't you know his dossier? Segment 1, Cowboys. Segment 2, Yankees. Segment 3, compare the Yankees and Cowboys.
That's the dossier?
That is the
So you
dossier.
were able to sunshine law that
Yes.
thing.
I like how he sits up like a judge over his, and then his
Has a higher dais?
whoever his co-host is like sitting in like
It's kind of the broadcast equivalent of the cuck chair.
it's like where the foreman would sit on a jury. That's where he sits, and he sits.
I can't hear you down there.
he sits high above and like 40 feet away from the person.
I don't know how all those sunshine rules work, Doug. It's been a while since those journalism courses.
Yeah.
But I have wondered, Missouri football will have a lot of rules. You can go live here. You can't go inside the stadium. And I've thought, what if Elliot Davis were here? This is a public institution. I thought maybe I'll bring him with me the next time and let him know we're going to go live because this is our school, baby.
You'd think University of Missouri would have to answer to the sunshine laws.
Yeah. So next time I need to do a live shot, Tim, at 5:20
Yeah.
for a 6:30 kick, I'm bringing Elliot Davis with me and his buzzer.
Elliot Davis joining Martin on his next live shot. That's coming up in addition to Joey Vitale at 8:15 on this program. However, at the moment, the Stiefel dossier is a private yet living, breathing document here on TMA. The program presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. You can watch it and join. Let's see what we got in there now. 176 people at youtube.com/TMASTL. If you want silence, you can go to the 101 ESPN YouTube chat, Doug. But if you want to talk it over with friends, it's the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, and that's the TMASTL channel.
Okay.
That's youtube.com/TMASTL, because Lex Luthor's talking to Jeremy Hodge, who's talking to Big Blonde Dan. Chairman Kurt is in there talking it over with the TMA remote lamp, and old Bill Reloaded. And Tim McKernan's Meat and Potatoes also engaged in a wonderful conversation. Watch the show. I'm wearing my Sunday red on a Friday, and that means it's ball striking season.
Oh, is that right?
Welcome to compression. Doug, you're fresh off a hole-in-one. How many holes in one will we have this weekend?
Oh, I would say 3, 4.
Seriously?
Who was it that got 2 hole-in-ones on one round? A Cardinal coach or something?
Oh, Mike Maddox.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a ball striker.
Yeah, it must have been.
I think he got one during the NLCS when the Cards kind of shut it down. And
Against
he played
the Natitude?
played in D.C.
I think that's right.
I think it was right before like Game 4, and everybody's like, "Oh, you got to." And he's like, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about it." He's out. knocking the ball around. Cardinals kind of shut her down.
Martin, the last comment in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat is from a gentleman by the name of Sam Mother. Doesn't Chaffetz have $350 million to buy the Connecticut Sun? So they want to acquire WNBA teams in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat right now. You can talk that over. YouTube.com/TMASTL. This is The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMASTL YouTube channel.
Oh, this is nice.
Unbelievable.
This is nice.
This is superseded Sheena Easton's Sugar Walls. And the reason you're hearing the Mills Brothers on 101 ESPN and their signature hit Glowworm is because our friend and co-worker Douglas Elvin Vaughn aced number 7 at Riverside yesterday.
Par 3 course.
Playing 215 into the wind, and
No,
it was
90.
a 7-iron?
90 pitching wedge.
Okay.
I don't think he even got all of it. But I wonder how many golf holes I've played over the course of my life before it finally happened. Gosh, it's got to be a couple thousand, wouldn't you think?
I would say the hole-in-one is a luck thing more than a skill thing.
To get it close is skill. To put it in is luck.
There's some guys who are great players who do not have them, and you just got to run. You just got to run it in. Doug, you know what I say?
What?
Tighten up that shot dispersion, and your time will come. And it looks like you have decided it is time to tighten up your shot dispersion. And guess what? Your time came yesterday in Fenton, Missouri, brother.
And when you say tighten up your shot dispersion, that means just generally hit the damn thing straight?
No, you might want to, ride the hawk in from a right to left and take that pin location out of play and then just let it trundle
that's not happening.
Toward the pin.
Right to left is not happening.
What about the oscillation of your ball?
Well, if you can tell me I can do some slicing, I'm there with you.
Oh, so you like to play the butter cut.
I got the duck hook down, too.
Ooh, I like that. The two-way miss. Mm-hmm. That's what the best players have.
Not a lot of shot dispersion there.
Well, double cross.
I did save the number of the gentleman who invited us to play St. Louis Country Club. This is a couple of months back. And he said, how about a Monday in the fall? I've got that number banked if you guys want to get out there.
Doug, was this an Orthwine? I know the Orthwines love TMA.
Well, I assume that it was.
All right, I'm going to reach out.
Okay.
Some fall day. You gentlemen up for that?
Sure.
This
You don't think it was
this screams Monday afternoon.
I think that was the offer.
That's fine.
Kind of like, and don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And if you could,
Sneak-
park a few blocks away.
Yeah,
and
sneak
hop
in.
over that fence.
I'll meet you behind the dumpster, and we'll sneak you out on the tube.
I believe in reference it would be on a Monday. And please don't mention the 3-stick. Okay.
You are welcome to text into the program, 314-399-9646. Air Comfort Service, text inbox. You can call in 314-974-0101. We heard from friend of the program, Biff, in our opening segment. That's the Collier and Thompson phone lines. And then also, you, of course, can talk it over in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. Darth 007 says, well, I'm your Huckleberry. Doug, he's in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat talking it over with Rockio's hostage negotiator. So he's still being held hostage, apparently. MD 2020. And do you pronounce it Bob Lucier or Bob Lucier?
Lucier.
He's in there, along with 171 friends who have gathered. The self-made stay-at-home Ledoux mom says, ha, 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 playing on a Monday. I got to get these bag boys an earful. That's from the self-made stay-at-home Ledoux mom who does not like the idea that we will be out there with the help.
Kind of like caddy day at the pool.
Who cares? Who cares when you play? Is it considered bad form to play on a Monday?
Well, the club's closed.
All the clubs are closed?
That's right.
Well, that doesn't seem right.
Well, that's what they made tournament time.
If I belonged to a country club, I'd want to be able to play any day of the week.
Well, you'll have to ask Jackson how he feels about that.
Bring it up with the board.
The board.
You'll be looking for a new club come next fall.
Jackson's kicking you out.
I don't really need anyone there. I could play without anyone working.
I would think people do that. Just show up and hit some balls.
Yeah.
Is it
Yes.
done for the help? Is that why Mondays are shut down? You
I don't
got
know
to
if
give
they
everybody
use that language.
the help. Was that
Doug,
Oprah Winfrey?
was that a film? Who starred in The Help? Did it win an Oscar, Jackson?
know.
For sure.
Wow, sounds like that's going to be
there's that
reviewed.
Viola Davis,
That I would say she's appeared in everything for about
who
a minute.
with the Michael Jordan movie Air, his only point was you can do anything you want, you can tell the story, but Viola Davis has to play my
Oh,
mother.
is that right?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
I hope Viola knew that going into it because the negotiations could be pretty strong with
Sure.
Amazon at that time.
Doug, Racket Club Ledoux closes on Tuesdays because it's everyone's second club. That's from the self-made
gosh.
stay-at-home Ledoux mom.
We need a second club now.
Doug, give the greens a break, baby. That's from Tim's Toothless Bottom Boy.
My favorite hole in the property.
Well, the public courses are open every day. Those greens don't get a break. Some of those are pretty nice.
Jackson doesn't even know what a public course is.
You never play a public course, guy?
Yes, no, I never do.
Yes, no.
Producer Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Tim, I
Hi, Joe.
misspoke.
My
Yes,
goat.
what do we have?
Average size Shabongas. Jesus, we only launched Cardinals and Blues into the sun. Get your bleep together. We bleached the callers because I said Biff would be launched into the sun, and I apologize. I'm going to take some time away at about 10:01.
You are going to take some time away.
Yeah, I think
you
it's
stuck
important.
around until 11 yesterday, which means you got to experience the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. How was it?
It was a haiku fest.
It was all haikus.
Really?
Yeah.
What inspired all haikus?
We talked about haikus.
We were talking about taking care of the teacher. First day of school, it started with the apple, and then chairman said, no, coffee is what a teacher
and then
prefers.
some with haikus came up, and we were like, the email today should be in haiku form, and the listeners understood the assignment.
Some followed the format of a true haiku. Others just rhymed and made fun of us. So it was
But
a
they were
delight.
shorter emails.
Yes.
So it was
well done.
it was high volume, low word count, which is fun.
Nice. High volume.
Matt Holliday noted you weren't on at the end of the call. He goes, hey, where's Tim at? And then we were reading texts and questions for the Cardinal Red Jacket winner. And one of them said, do you enjoy talking ball with your professional baseball playing sons or a couple of guys who got cut by CYC? That was the question.
It's a fair question.
And then Matt followed up with, Did you guys really get cut by CYC?
Is Tim here?
Mo would like to know as well. And then we revealed that Doug played a little bit of Mizzou, and I think Matt was impressed.
Tim doesn't even listen to the show when he's not on. That's from Tim's toothless bottom boy. Doug, I know you went to the Mediterranean and you insisted on the cruise ship that they played TMA throughout as you guys traveled around.
And I would get up in the middle of the night off the coast of Sicily and listen.
Time for a roll call. Where are you listening right now? We've had Amsterdam, Portugal.
Yeah.
Folks, where are you listening? And God bless all of our friends in Fenton and Lime and Afton, but we're thinking a little outside the state, maybe outside the country.
This show at this point has international appeal.
And that's based on what?
Your dad told him?
Yeah, my dad probably.
Okay.
In all seriousness, they're like people who are in the military, and they're all across the
Sergeant
globe.
Major Rose, who's accused of having stolen valor in the Michelob Ultra UT.
He can't speak to that, but he's one of many. You know, I've heard hundreds of stories of guys who are like, yeah, I was in name your country and just kept on listening.
Martin, we have our first exotic location texting in. Lee May Ace says he is listening in Barnhart. So
Okay,
Barnhart,
that counts.
That's quite a ways away.
Girl Next Door of the Year candidate from Jefferson County. Right. It's kind of the sweet spot. It's like if you're a light-hitting middle infielder from San Pedro de Macorís.
That was actually written in ink on the template from Jefferson County.
Tim's voice sounded a little high there, a little high-pitched.
Yes,
Sometimes
it did.
the recordings play back. Do you put that at a different speed?
No, that was probably
it?
like 18 years ago.
Probably, yeah. Probably early or mid to late aughts.
How about this? I'm listening from the protected border wall of Lake St. Louis and Darden Prairie. That's from Iggy's Medicare
really?
rep. They have a protected border wall?
I haven't seen it. I know they're doing a lot of highway construction out that way.
Tad from Tennessee is in Jackson, Tennessee. Martin?
That would fit.
Is the June Carter Cash and Johnny Cash song Jackson about Jackson, Tennessee, or the capital of Mississippi?
Or Jackson Burkett, maybe.
Could be about that.
I don't know.
25 years before my birth.
Well, they were just anticipating it.
Yeah.
Jackson, Tennessee, is that outside Nashville or Memphis? It's Germantown that's outside of Memphis.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jackson, Tennessee is in Madison County, 130 miles southwest of Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh.
How about this? Mr. Nipples is listening from Rio de Janeiro, Doug.
Ooh.
Mr. Nipples is in Rio.
But can you believe it?
What?
I mean, he could say anywhere, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you just ruined the game, Doug.
Oh,
and we
well,
wanted people to have
okay.
integrity.
Well, I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of these people. Okay, we'll take it. He's here.
What about when they send in pictures of their wives?
See, here's a guy who's listening from Bangladesh. You know, I just don't buy it.
You're not buying that?
No.
Maybe he's got a sweatshop.
So it's probably Barnhart, and that's
Yeah.
as far. Okay. Well, it's
In
unfortunate.
our sweet spot of Lime.
I'm listening from a third world country. It's called Lincoln County. That's from the convex piece of Tim's skull.
The skull has its own email account?
Yeah, I think so. That piece that fell off during my delivery. That's what texts into the program at 314-399-9646 or call in 314-974-0101. That's how you can get involved, or you can just talk it over with other TMA listeners like Sam Mother and old Jake in St. Genevieve and John Scores at youtube.com/TMASTL. That's how you can participate in the program, along with the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, which yesterday was a haiku format.
A lot of them, yeah.
The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air is online at designairservice.com. Doug, let me take a look here because I have a feeling this forecast is up for snatch grabs. 95 high today. 95 high on Saturday. 96 high on Sunday. 97 high on Monday. Sweet mother of mercy. If you have an air conditioning issue this weekend, all you do is go to designairservice.com, and now you're going to be working with Design Air Heating and Cooling, the longest-running sponsor on TMA, going back more than a decade. That's Seth Goldcamp and his staff. Doug likes the Silver Fox Larry. But was delighted to meet Steve this past weekend when his air conditioning went out. They are online at designairservice.com. Martin is a client. Doug is obviously a client. He was working with Steve this past weekend, and I am a client as well. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. The program's called TMA. It's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Bronx Bombers come to town as the Yankees are in St. Louis for a 7:15 matchup today against the Redbirds. Andre Palante on the mound for the Cardinals. Those are their Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Doug, you wanted sugar walls with your hole-in-one?
I really did.
Here is Sheena Easton.
Okay.
Scottish? Am I right on that, Martin? Scottish?
I believe that's right.
That sounds right.
And Scotsman Rod Stewart is in St. Louis this weekend, and he's going to drop by the studio to do the exit poll coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, assuming Joey Vitale's done with his thoughts from Paris, coming your way at 8:15 on the Stiefel dossier, which once again, despite Mr. Lix's efforts, is a private document.
Jackson, have you ever reviewed So I Married an Axe Murderer with the great Mike Myers?
Mike Myers. Isn't that where he does?
Is that Nancy Travis, Doug? Nancy Travis?
Talks in Scottish.
Doesn't he do
accents?
slam poetry in that too?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Little
his
intense.
his dad, played by Mike Myers as well, just
Right.
screams at him all the time and says, "If it isn't Scottish, it's crap."
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Rod Stewart references.
Right.
And then
Right,
Stephen Wright, the comedian known for his droll delivery, is the pilot.
Yeah, and what's his name? Really funny
More
guy.
specific.
Phil Hartman is in that movie as well. Who taken from us way too young.
How about Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Did you ever review that one?
Review it, but I've seen it. Yeah.
Just
Is it scary as a hawk?
It's a very seminal horror movie.
Doug, I don't understand these words.
Just use
Can we
regular
just
words,
talk
could
to
you?
meat and potatoes people out there?
It's a very important.
Important.
Why couldn't we
horror
just said
movie.
important? Doug,
It's a
how
guy-
did it impact your life?
It's a guy running around with a chainsaw and they're cutting people up. And one of the best lines was, "Grandpa makes the best head cheese." I said, what the hell? They're cutting people's head up.
Leatherface.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very important.
And that's based on a true story.
Important?
They always say that. It felt like
Oh,
marketing.
hell no, it wasn't.
No, it felt like
Just
marketing.
a stupid horror
A
movie.
lot of the Brazzer scenes I get, they say it's based on a true story, and I got to
Right.
tell you, it helps. It really does.
Tim,
Doug,
do you want an update on the folks where they're listening?
Oh yeah,
Dupo, Illinois, home
Nice.
of Mike Kelly, I believe. Warrenton, Missouri. The Bangladesh one is in question. Arlington, Virginia, here on business. East Alton, Trailer Park in Frontenac. Is that still there? Kansas City, Mo.
I thought that was in Huntley.
yeah, I know.
Well,
Huntley wanted
Jackson
more
would know.
trailer parks.
Fort Worth, Texas. Cottleville, Walking the Dog in Swing Haven. Sounds like a text inbox name. Beautiful downtown Highland, Illinois. That's the Laportas, friends of the show, are there. Doug, I'm at your mom's house. That's terrible.
Oh,
Somebody said they're in Doug's
Wow.
backyard. Somebody said
Wow.
they're in Doug's basement.
Wow.
Listening in Dallas. It goes on and on. Occupied D.C. Banff, which is the beautiful spot outside of Calgary. Vatican City. Again, if you can, vet some of these with photos, please.
I know we have a good amount of people who listen in Vatican City.
Cardinals.
Correct. Yeah, they're visiting St. Peter's Basilica, and then they live stream this.
this is a very important show for men of the cloth.
Listening in Houston, Texas, former KMOV employee, co-worker with Doug. It's the first time they've texted the show from the 618. I'm going to need to know
Is
a
this
little
Houston
more.
or Austin?
Who would that be?
Houston, Texas, former KMOV employee and co-worker.
Doug, is that Courtney Bryant or is she in Atlanta?
I don't know.
618, if you would, not for air, but we're just curious.
Yeah.
Who are you?
It's doc season on this show. Welcome. TMA 101 ESPN program presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. Well, Martin, this is a program known for breaking news. The Warson Woods Wacko is reporting Sam Horn starts a week from Thursday. Just got the word. That is from the Warson Woods Wacko, and he is dialed in. I don't know if Gabe DeArmond will credit the Warson Woods Wacko when he inevitably types H/T at Warson Woods Wacko in his Power Mizzou tweet, but I certainly would like TMA STL to get the credit also on the starting quarterback at Missouri as one of our own. The Warson Woods Wacko is saying Sam Horn is the starting quarterback against your Central Arkansas Fighting Shrubs.
How would he have this word? And we've met the Warson Woods Wacko, and he's not really a wacko. He's kind of a distinguished-looking gentleman, looks like a businessman.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how he,
So you
he
don't
levels
just-
you.
Maybe
You don't
Gabe
dismiss him.
should ask Coach Drank. I don't know if you've heard, Coach, but the Warson Woods Wacko is reporting. Just go with it. Tim, there's a opportunity in Oklahoma. We did this story yesterday where fans can get a media pass if you pay enough money and you can ask
I
questions.
saw that, and I saw the Colonel responding to it on Twitter. He's appalled at what our
Yes.
industry has become.
But we
really
kind of
enjoyed it.
workshopped it live on the air, and we thought it would be rather entertaining if they came in and held them accountable. It would be two things. They'd either be drunk and mad, or they'd be sycophants. Way to go, Coach. I know it was a tough loss, but you keep fighting, Coach.
Yeah, the plan would be to be tough and cool, and then when
Melt.
actually having to ask the question, oh, so you coach just keep fighting out there now, okay? Tell the boys we said good luck. Don't you like always tell them good luck?
Tell him good luck. Think you could get me tickets for next week, Coach?
Well, if you're sitting in there in the Oklahoma athletics department, you're like, these people are paying north of $600 to stand in the press room and not ask a question, or if they do, wet their pants while they do
And
it,
the SID goes to them first because they're a booster.
like Cal May.
Yeah. We're going to go with, sure. The guy in the cowboy hat over there looks to be a legit member of the media.
Guys, I'm listening from the Kremlin. What's up, Jackson? That's from Shooter McGavin.
Coach, how cool was it that it was a Wisconsin player that sank the winning shot?
Well, they're all Wisconsin players.
Yeah, that was your first question, and that'll do it for the press conference.
Where do you go from there?
Drinkwitz was on Finebaum yesterday talking about how he is a Swiftie. I'm sure you guys loved that. LOL. That's from Jake in St. Genevieve in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. We do have some Eli Drinkwitz on Paul Finebaum talking about his love of Taylor Swift. Doug, would you like to hear it? Because Taylor Swift was on New Heights podcast with Travis and Jason Kelsey. Have you had a chance to enjoy that
No,
yet?
I haven't had
I've
a
seen
chance.
some clips in my TikTok, but I have not sat down to watch the entire interview. But here is Eli Drinkwitz talking with Paul Finebaum about Taylor Swift. It's like a game of mushroom ad-libs.
Oh,
We could do a whole podcast on that. It might rival Travis and Taylor from last night.
Yeah, I got home late last night from practice, and my wife was in bed listening to that podcast. I'm like, man, I got to get some sleep, and instead I'm listening to Taylor Swift describe her new album and all the names of what is it, Life of a Showgirl or something?
Yeah.
Show something. Anyway.
Well, I've talked to you about music before, not to change the subject, but I mean, if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, it's not advisable to admit it publicly. But I know you.
Oh, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. Last year actually surprised my 7-year-old with tickets to the Eras tour, and we went and watched them. Took the whole family and went and watched her perform, and it was an incredible performance, and they absolutely loved it. So I've got to be a Taylor Swift fan with 4 daughters.
oh, okay.
There's some play in the trenches.
Nice of him to take the family there.
Paul Finebaum's 70? I didn't know he was that old. Kind of emerged late, don't you think, on the national scene?
I think
last
so.
10
He
years.
was at WJOX in Birmingham, Alabama. And I would guess, and tell me if I'm wrong on this, I would guess the War Eagle Roll Tide, and I don't know if it was a 30 for 30 on ESPN, but I think that played a role in helping launch his stardom, and in particular the calls that would come from the Alabama fans and the Auburn fans. And then I would tell you, Doug, once that happened, when Alan Dadeville, whose real name was Harvey Updike, called in to announce that he had driven down to Auburn to poison the tree at Toomer's Corner, and then that wound up becoming used in court as Harvey Updike then served time and said, "I just got too much Bama in me, Paul."
Right.
That's what I say in my post on Tiger Board.
Mm-hmm. And that came from the Auburn player coming off the bench, tackling an Alabama player, right? And said, "I got too much Auburn in me." That famous play where the guy came off the bench and made a tackle.
I thought that was Woody Hayes.
No, you can. There's a video. You can see it on YouTube.
Was that in Texas?
Might have been a bowl game or something.
I thought that
where
was
an Auburn
Texas.
player came off the bench. Somebody's running for a touchdown, and Auburn had a guy come off the bench to make the tackle.
Just wanted to get in the stat sheet, Tim.
Yeah, and
Just
after the game-
desperately wanted to make a play.
And after the game, he said, "I just got too much Auburn in me."
I didn't know that.
What Woody Hayes do, though, Doug?
Thumb thrust right to the throat. You intercept one of my passes, I will give you a thumb thrust to the Adam's apple.
And coaches were allowed to do that at the time.
Apparently so, because he
He's
did
a
it.
little banty. Is that fair?
But that is the way, I wish football players, oftentimes you see football players punch the helmet of another player. That's
Never got that.
so silly. Woody Hayes had it right. You got to take the thumb and
You gotta get
right,
under the chin
right
strap.
up the gullet.
Well, he was a veteran. He knew the ropes.
Paul Finebaum went to CBC High School in Memphis. Same as Tim McCarver.
I have a lot of friends who went there.
How about that?
Seriously? You got a lot of friends who went to CBC in Memphis? Mm-hmm. That happened.
A lot of friends at Mizzou,
Mizzou?
from Memphis.
If you're a big athlete, I think that's where you go in Memphis.
Talking to Jason Mott last night back in town. He's the baseball coach at CBC
Oh, is it?
Memphis.
Oh, is that right?
And I said, is the field named after McCarver or anything? He said, no. Somebody wealthy bought the naming rights a long
Right
time.
out from under McCarver.
So
Doggone it.
I don't think they have any McCarver shrine.
Here is Alan Dadeville texting in, Doug, and this Alan Dadeville is a native of Georgia, and why he loves those Bulldogs. And he says the success of Bama helped his national status. R.I.P. to the real Alan Dadeville. Fun fact, a few years after the call and court dates over the tree poisoning, Harvey got arrested for getting into a fist fight at a Lowe's. He was indeed a national treasure. That's Alan Dadeville talking about Alan Dadeville in his phone call to Paul Finebaum, in which he implicated himself in poisoning the tree at Toomer's Corner down on the plains, where Missouri will take on War Damn Eagle this October. Hello again, everybody.
And the tree died, right?
That's right.
Did they plant another one?
That's right. And they still put toilet paper all over it after a significant War Eagle win.
Right. How unhinged do you have to be to poison a tree?
I wonder if he was on a message board.
Probably not as unhinged as you have to be a coach to punch someone in the throat after he intercepts a pass.
Yeah, what makes you more unhinged?
I think the
Driving
coaching-
down to Auburn to poison the tree, or thumb thrusting a player as a head coach?
In the throat. That's more unhinged.
See, I think that this is what is unique to college athletics, and I think it's one of the reasons why I love it so much, because it's real professional wrestling, and I don't even know how sure I am that it is real, but it's real professional wrestling with the storylines. But even I think the people in the stands at many WWE events recognize what they're watching. Doug, is it kayfabe? Is it kayfabe?
I think so, yeah.
But with college sports and college football in particular, and now I think it's starting to infiltrate even more north of the Mason-Dixon line. It's not just something proprietary to the SEC. No matter what, there is a guy right now who in his particular campus is a god that by the time Labor Day rolls around, they'll want him fired. And it's a magical thing to watch. So mark my words as I sit here, Doug, on August 15th, 2025, that by September 15th, 2025, there will be a coach who many will think will be the National Coach of the Year who will be on the hot seat. And if you just look at the schedule, it's inevitable. It will either be, I can tell you one right now, Dabo Swinney in Clemson or Brian Kelly at LSU. If Brian Kelly doesn't win at Clemson, hot seat festival. Mark my words.
Right there alongside Mike Schilt.
That's right. Brian Kelly and Mike Schilt. Hot seat.
Well, there are 8 tiers for college coaches, Tim. I don't know if you're aware. We went through the 8 tiers yesterday. And then last year, we figured out Brett Bielema was on the up-and-comer list last year. And we said, but he'd been coaching for 2 decades. This was a deep dive Jackson had, right? Were there 8 tiers?
He wasn't on the up-and-comers list.
I thought a year ago he was, and we were laughing about that.
Ups and downs. He was in the ups and downs.
He was in the ups and downs?
Yeah.
Wow, Jackson's got it memorized.
And Missouri was a Tier 4 school, we decided, right?
Tier 3.
According to this
Tier 3
ranking.
No, you guys
kind of
didn't listen at all, apparently.
Kind of like the
Wow. In all sincerity, how about this, Martin? Caller Ellen. In all sincerity, it seems that Martin works his tuchus off. Is that a proper pronunciation, Jackson?
Nailed it.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
How do you spell tuchus?
She's got it as Tuckus. Is a good, hard-working, meat and potatoes Irish Catholic. It's just not something that's in my lexicon.
It's going to be an H. It's a Tuchus.
Well, she misspelled it, but he said it properly.
It's fine.
He knows nearly everything sports-related going on around town. It's very impressive. Martin, that's from Caller Ellen. How about that?
A little pat on the rump.
I like getting around town.
I don't know how the hell you do it. I got to be honest with you.
Now, last night, full disclosure, I was home by 8, done for the day. I kind of ran around town. I was with Chris Pronger, friend of the show? Question mark. He was over at Rankin Jordan, so we did a little interview with Prongs, and he was dressed as Superman. It was cute. He was messing with the kids.
Did he also interview you again?
But he had a microphone on while I was interviewing. I said, why are you mic'd up?
He's always wired.
That's my camera over there. I said, where is this airing? Because I've already done an interview with him, and I have never seen it air. But God bless him. He was out and about with the kids. And then Jason Mott had his cornhole event down at Anheuser-Busch. There's a ton of people
Did you toss some bags?
I did not. And I asked him why it's cornhole and not bags. He said, it depends where you live in the country.
Yeah.
But he's a delight as well.
Yeah, he always was a delight, even when he was playing.
And really, when he got injured is when that strikeout cancer took off.
Yeah.
He said they're at about $2 million now in money raised. It's great. He said, I just called a few people and said, hey, John Lester, would you mind? I'm Mott with the Cardinals, who had gotten some notoriety having won the World Series, and he was the saves leader. But he said, I didn't really know these guys. Anthony Rizzo started wearing the shirt. Lester, Craig Kimbrell, and he said it just took off from there. Yeah. Those shirts were everywhere. But thank you, caller Ellen. I like being in touch with the people, and I think Prongs would be. I want to write a little note here.
What do you got?
I'm just going to say Prongs more regular on the show.
How about that?
No, I'm not saying I can make it happen, but I'm writing it down.
Well, yeah.
He'll bust your balls real nice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pee on that tree in Auburn on October 18th and then watch Sam Horn light up the Auburn secondary. That's from the man who is reporting that Sam Horn is the University of Missouri's starting quarterback in 2025. Doug, his name is the Warson Woods Wacko. And all we ask, Colonel, is that you give the hat tip to TMA and the Warson Woods Wacko. Now, if it turns out to be inappropriate, just leave TMA out of it. We already had a little incident with a Nolan Arenado spotting in Jupiter.
Yes,
It was his cousin, I believe. And then either Mozeliak or Ollie introduced Jeff Jones to the cousin. Said, this is Nolan's cousin. And we were all like, hey, he does kind of look like him, doesn't he? Instead of hat tip, the other one you say is had it first.
Had it first.
So I want to see Gabe DeArmond when Drink announces it's Sam Horn. Warson Woods Wacko had it first.
If I texted Gabe right now saying, hey, we have a guy who texts into the show, it's the Warson Woods Wacko saying Sam Horn is the starting quarterback against Central Arkansas, he will write back something along the lines of, great. That'll be it. That'll be
This
it.
is brutal.
Yeah, there'll be that, too.
I interviewed him for our Mizzou Next Star special, and I had texted him ahead of time. I'm down there, and I see him after this press conference. I said, when I knock this thing out, he goes, oh, yeah, I already forgot about it.
That's the
Thrilled.
kernel. That's
he was
the passion.
he was thrilled to be a part of it.
Gabe.
We're only 13 days away from one of those. Can't wait. Sharon and Clayton texting in. Martin, you're getting a lot of the female support this morning. She says, I agree with Ellen. Martin must mainline Red Bulls. Do you mainline Red Bulls?
No, I have a window from once onboarding is over with, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Usually home from, 10:30 to 2:30 in the day, so I can shut her down.
Do you take a nipper?
Sometimes I could take a 30-minute nap, and I'm ready to roll.
Jackson says if you take anything longer than the 30-minute nap, you're exposing yourself to health damage.
What?
But you got to shower after, no matter
Health
what.
damage?
What?
Well, not health damage. You just might be groggy.
Oh, yeah. If I nap too long, I wish I'd
You
never
got to
napped
shower
in the first
afterwards.
place.
You got to, as soon as you wake up, feet on the
you're-
floor and then run to the shower.
Well, but also you get the bed head. You can't lay down and wake up with your hair standing straight up.
Are
and
you
go to
taking a
work.
shot?
Well, sorry.
So you get in the shower.
But middle of the day, it's the sweet spot. My wife and I will go for a walk, take a little nap, and especially the kids are back at school. God
quiet.
bless the kids.
Oh,
Love 'em.
afternoon delight season,
but
huh?
I'm saying the middle of the day, it's so quiet at the house. Nobody's needing a ride anywhere. Hey, I want to go to Billy's or Susie's. Can you walk? They live 10 miles away. Like I said, can you walk?
Butter me up, Daddy.
There's Doug Ken Iggy Strode.
Does he ever show up at your house?
No, just post videos.
You can email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Doug, this program is internationally known, and that is why many of the French nationalists have gathered to watch Joey Vitale call in for his weekly tradition here on Fridays, brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Joey Vitale from Paris, we think? He might just be over in Kirkwood. We're not sure.
He may not know where he is.
All of those things are possible. That is coming up in the Fisher Window and Door Store here on the Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. IGotFloored.com. That is the website for Michael's Flooring, family and locally owned for over 30 years. Michael takes great pride in helping and making sure his employees are happy and make a great living, because he knows that if he has happy employees, that is going to transfer over to happy customers. Michael's passion is flooring. When you order from him, he wants you to have the best experience for the best price. And that is why he's going out of his way to make sure he gets the best installers and gives them $7 a square yard, which is incredible compensation in this industry. Just come in or talk to them and you're going to see the difference. They want to make sure they suggest the best thing for you and not pushing what corporate is telling them they have too much of. They're online at IGotFloored.com, and you can get 3 free samples from Proximity Mills for going to IGotFloored.com. That's all you got to do. IGotFloored.com. It's Michael's Flooring. IGotFloored.com.
Hey, folks, Joey Vitale here. I'm here to talk to you about your garage door. One of those wonderful things you love. Keeps you warm in the winter, keeps out the bugs and the birds in the summer. But that thing doesn't open, you're in a world of hurt. I got a good news for you. Call my good friend Jason, J-Bone, call him whatever you want. He's got a heck of a company. Schaefer Door Company are his guys. Go visit them at schaeferdoorcompany.com. But if you want quick results, if you want a quick response, they will take care of you. 636-782-3608. There is no job too big, and they will take care of all your personal needs. Schaefer Door is a quote paid master, authorized dealer.
They're playing this in Paris, Doug.
Well, you would hope. Why wouldn't they?
It's a banger.
You ever been to Paris?
Sure.
Say
Sure.
sure.
How many times?
You think anybody from the 63109 has ever been to Paris?
I don't know. Probably.
Where is it?
Are you the rare par 3 course at Riverside and Paris appearance?
How about that bingo card?
Yeah.
If you go to Europe, you have to go to Paris, right? You go
I've
to
never
London,
been to
Paris.
Europe. I've never been.
Well, then you need to go. It's going to be tough
Aren't
now.
you going to
with
Ireland?
kids.
Exactly right.
Soonish?
For my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, we got them a trip to the Ryder Cup in 2027. Doug, that's at Adair Manor in Ireland.
Oh.
So that'll be the first time that I will travel overseas. My mom has not been on a plane with me, a plane period, since she was pregnant with me, and there was a bomb threat on the plane, and that was enough for
she's
her.
done.
So she will be driving through the Arctic Circle and then heading back down to the Republic.
No, you can't. You can't.
And she's going to
drive to
avoid
Europe.
Northern Ireland just in principle. That's a family thing.
Okay.
Is Joey Vitale on with us?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TMA 101 ESPN from Gay Pays, the pride of the South Side County, Joey Vitale. Good morning, Joey.
Hey, Tim, how are you? Can you drive past the Arctic Circle now? Does Alaska still connect to Russia?
I think if you're going to go to Ireland, you go through Alaska.
It's 55.
Apparently it used to.
Yeah, it's I-55.
Yeah, 55
And
through
then that goes into
Patagonia.
You go past Sarah Palin's house, and then you go over to Siberia, and then you take I-55 over to Ireland.
Yeah, that's a heck of a way. I feel like more danger can happen in that route than I didn't know it connected. I mean, obviously was it called Pangea? Doug, was it called Pangea when every continent was together?
I think so, but it's not connected anymore. It got the buried straight.
I-55 connects it.
It doesn't. Alaska's not connected to Russia anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. But you know what? It was at one point, because that's how animals. It's fascinating. They found fossils. This is great. Before we get into it, this is great.
We get into what?
They kind of looked into like this world map back in the day. I forget what the guy's name was. He was a brilliant guy, but he looked at they mapped everything out. The Romans. Here's the Romans. Romans were the first to discover the map. They're like, we got to come up with some sort of freaking idea of what kind of land and where does the ocean meet, and how are we going to conquer the world if we don't know where all the continents lie? So the Romans, at least my grandpa, Caesar Vitale, everything was rooted in the Romans. So this may actually be the Greeks. I have no idea. But according to him, it was actually specifically the Sicilians. They were the smart ones. That you take a wagon and you basically, come here, girl, and you get the horses going, and the wagon goes slowly, and you basically go around the whole border, and you just watch this freaking wheel and go in circles. And they put like a dot on the top of the wheel, and every time that dot comes back to the top, they would mark it. So, of course, everyone in my good CBC education, Marty, you know this, the circumference of a circle. You measure the circumference of a circle, which is the roundabout, which is the whole outside. And you measure that. So let's say it's 5 feet. So every time it comes to the top, you measure 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet. You keep going. So they probably have some poor slave, some guy that they conquered from, Iceland or Greenland or Scotland or wherever they were conquering the world, and he just had to watch this dot, and that's how they created the map. So my point is they do this map, and then they discover that this is what the world looks like. I mean, they say, this is interesting, and what's so interesting about that? Well, what's interesting is it kind of looks like a puzzle. And if you look at the world map, it does, especially like South America and like Africa. It kind of looks like it fits together like a puzzle. So they kind of got their heads thinking. And they obviously got a little bit more research into it. And this is what's amazing is you have fossils of animals and like rocks and stones in South America, the same ones that you have in Africa. I mean, think about that. So obviously these animals aren't like your mom, Tim, and traveling all kinds of weird ways around the world. They're just going to go from point A to point B, which is probably like maybe half a mile. But the same animals, fossils existed in South America and Africa, which of course proves, I guess you can't really prove a theory if it's a theory, but it does prove this idea that the world was all connected into one big mass at one point.
How about that, Doug?
Yeah. And Tim, your mom can take a ship from New York to Dublin, might take up to 7 days. So if she doesn't want to fly, you got to get her to New York first.
When we presented the gift to my parents, we gave that option. But she said she's just going to borrow some of my sleeping cocktail, and she's just going to shut her down there at JFK for the 6-7 hour
make
flight.
the flight and be asleep for the whole thing.
That's right.
Time travel.
Yeah, time travel. That's exactly
That's
what it is.
a better idea.
Joey, are you in Paris?
No, I go next week.
Perfect.
I'm still in the great confines of Kirkwood. Just walked my kiddos to school at St. Peter. It is blowing up, obviously, with young kids and wonderful energy in Kirkwood. So excited for them. This is their first full day. So I've been saying my Hail Marys the whole way home. Thank you, Lord Jesus. We made it through summer. The last couple of weeks, I thought I was going to kill one of my kids. I was going to be honest with you.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, we made it. I got plenty more, so it's not a huge deal. But we made it.
We've got plenty more.
Oh, no, I go next week. So next Friday, if you guys want to still rock this thing,
yes!
I'm going to get to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to find a way to get up there.
You're going to call us from the top of the Eiffel Tower?
Here's a fun fact. So Gustav Eiffel, Gusti, I don't know how you say it. I got to work on my French. The French are funny. French, they're like hock and a loogie every time they talk. Like, yeah. It's like one of those weird, Bumblebee tuna things from Ace Ventura Part 2. But they're always hacking something. So I got to work on my French. But I think it's Gusti Eiffel. He made this doggone weird-looking thing, and it wasn't really popular. You look at some history books, you read about the Eiffel Tower. He did it for this World Fair that was coming to, obviously, Paris, and he made it, and people thought it was really, industrial-looking and clunky, and, of course, now it is a massive monument known all around the world, but there is, a cool little apartment. And I don't even know if you can get up there, but he would host people. It was, an apartment with a table, and, he had, a little terrace. So, again, I don't know if it's open, but he would house people famous people around the world. I know Thomas Edison had lunch up there with them, the guy that invented electricity. So all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, he's pretty fascinating up there.
I don't think you invent electricity.
I think you do.
I think you discover that.
Are we splitting hairs now?
Doug. Potato. Come on, Doug. Give me a break.
Okay.
Really disappointing, Doug. Really disappointing.
Joy, none of my
teachers at CBC told me he invented electricity. So to me, that's gospel.
There you go. Joy, none of my business, but it seems a little odd. You're going to Paris while the kids are back to school. Maybe knock that out in the summer. None of my business, but, who's watching the kids?
See, Marty, this is why you're so short-minded.
Thank you.
This is where you're the third wheel on this huge, awesome team. You know what I mean? You need Doug.
Oh, wow.
The power rankings
Shot at Jackson. I thought it was fourth. Wow.
Marty, come on. No, with 5 kids.
You want to go when they're in school. I understand that. Who's watching your herd?
Yeah, that is a good question. The chickens watch them?
Yeah, they're in charge.
No, guys. Although I got No, when you have children... No, heavens no. When you have children, you got to think, okay, where is this help coming? You ever see that? You ever see that movie Problem Child? Remember that little redhead kid he was a troublemaker back in the day?
Doug, was that Michael Richards who starred in that, and then he did some stand-up comedy?
I so wish I could help you, but I just
critical
don't know.
acclaim.
Yeah, it was like
Letterman to apologize.
Yeah. Anyway, his parents.
Who's watching the kids, pal?
He's explaining it. Michael Richards. He was getting there.
Some redheaded kid is watching your
I've never seen a guy ask a question and then interrupt the guy who's trying to answer the question.
Well, it's almost a necessary evil with the Joey call.
So my point is, with Dennis the Menace. Remember that scene from the movie? It was like, and they play that song, "Don't Hang Up." Boom, boom, da 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 da. Don't hang up. They're trying to find a babysitter for Dennis the Menace. What I found is that when you're looking for help to watch 5 kids and like 30 plus chickens, 2 dogs, and a fleeting bird which hasn't come home yet, you need to give them a break. Like they need rest, right? You can't. The summer suicide, right? Because they come over. My mom, my poor mother, she can't do this all day, every day. So at least there's a routine. They wake up, they go to school, you have a little bit of a gap in the middle of the day, and then you're kind of fired up for the evening. So our thought process behind it, Marty, to answer your question, is we're thinking about the help. See, look at me, thinking of other people. Pretty good guy. Thinking of other people, about how it's going to help them that our kids are in school.
So it's easier to watch the kids in the school year than it is during the summers.
I got to tell you, I agree with Joey on this. Now, I'm only coming from the 2-child perspective, but I think there's some thought process behind it that the people watching would agree with.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple because, you ask my mom, you ask my mother-in-law, you ask babysitters, hey, you mind watching our kids for 5 days? Okay, what's their next question? What does that entail? Well, it's every day, grind it out. You're going to want to be pulling out all your hair and teeth by the end of 5 days. Or it's, hey, you wake them up, you get them off to school, take a little breather, go catch a Cardinals afternoon game, maybe a little Mai Tai, whatever you want, and then come back, pick them up at 3, and then you just got a few hours before bedtime. So that, to me, is our thought process where I want those people to be relaxed. When I'm in Paris just munching on a baguette sandwich with fresh ham and butter, I want my parents, I want my mom to be in a cool spot, you know what I mean, while I'm just going to town on that. Or maybe a croissant. You go to France. Croissant, you can always tell a good croissant, they have to call them croissants, because a good croissant will shatter. Like a croissant's supposed to shatter. You go to Starbucks, no offense, Starbucks, you eat a croissant and it's so clean, and that's what Americans like. They don't want to get all messy. But if you go to France, you got to wear one of those lobster bibs. You ever wear those lobster bibs, Doug, when you go to
Doug goes to Joe's Stone Crab, Miami Beach. What, the third Saturday every month?
Well, I've been there once.
Tim, real quick, did that just count as harassing Doug? I'm playing a little bingo over here. Did you think what he said?
I don't think so. I think he was asking if you wore the lobster bib.
Okay.
You can watch Chairman Kurt's Joey Vitale bingo card. It's on the TMASTL Instagram and the TMASTL Twitter account. Is that correct?
Just about.
How's it going so far, Chairman Kurt?
We're doing really well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really
Nicely
well.
done, Joey.
Well, listen, I don't know much about that. I know much about just giving Doug a hard time, and I trust
harassment.
Doug, though, too.
So. That might have been the harassment we were looking for.
Okay, bingo.
Joey, I don't know if you saw this. Are you on the Twitter tweets?
No.
I don't do the Twitter trotter tweets. I don't do much about that. I just I'm kind of busy, but I check things other ways. I don't do much on the tweet thingy.
The great Kevin Lorenz, who used to work on this program 13, 14 years ago, texted me this one. Ryan Reeves didn't score many goals during his time in Pittsburgh. In fairness, that's not what he was paid to do. However, on February 6th, 2018, Reeves did score in a 5-4 win against a Vegas team that would acquire him from the Penguins later that month. After the next day's practice, Reeves said he realized when he got home that he had left his garage door open during the game. Sidney Crosby, whose locker was nearby, quietly sat and listened while Reeves regaled the media with his story. As Reeves began to walk away, Crosby summoned him. Quote, "You're going to leave the garage door open before every game now, I assume, right?" Reeves responded, "Are you crazy? It's winter, man." Then Reeves laughed and walked away. Crosby, whose superstitions are legendary, looked at me with a completely serious face and said, "Can you imagine not leaving your garage door up for the rest of the season when you have a game, at least a home game? Am I the crazy one?" Doug, that is a Sidney Crosby anecdote that ties into Joey Vitale, not just because it's about Sidney Crosby, but because of the Florence and the Machine song. Joey, had you ever heard that story?
I have never heard that. I believe it with every ounce of me, because that to me it only just scratches the surface on how superstitious and routine he was. I mean, I've told multiple stories of this as well. And, you know, people get all goofy about, oh my gosh, what is the big deal? You're the best player in the world. Just go out there and go play. It's not necessarily the act for people, I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. It's not just like, oh, I need to do this or else I'm not going to play well. It's more of, this is what I do. This is my program. This is my routine. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because imagine, and this is serious, imagine Sidney Crosby for a minute. I played with Sid, and shout out Sid. I played with Sid, Marty, in so many high-pressure situations. I mean, I have told to this day, I have never seen an athlete take as much shrapnel and take as much criticism as Sidney Crosby did when we went to Philadelphia. They hated him. They hated him. Okay, so then you put it up there, and then you add it to playoffs. Then playoffs takes on a whole nother dimension, right? I think it was either the 2013 or 14 playoff run. We lost in 6 games to the Philadelphia Flyers. I started the line brawl 2 weeks before playoffs. It was one of the final regular season games. I hit Daniel Briere, who's now the GM of Philly. We had a really fun. You should ask Alex Ferrari a really funny Daniel Briere story when he came to the booth. I think it was last season. We were talking about the brawl, and Alex had him come in while I'm talking about it on the air. And I turned around, and there's Briere. It was actually really, really funny, and we had a great conversation about it. But I started this line brawl, which started all this more animosity between this rivalry. Tony Granato, just a wonderful, wonderful human being from the heart out. He was on top of the bench yelling at Peter Laviolette, who, it's funny enough, I found out later after the whole team got kicked out, basically. The game was almost over. We're in the locker room. We're watching Pierre Maguire break down this brawl and with all the replays, and they're trying to sort it all out. There's like 100 gloves on the ice. It seems like the fans are going nuts. And we're breaking this down, and Tony Granato's right there, and he's like, good job, great hit. And we're talking about it, and I was like, man, you were really fired up at Peter Laviolette there. He goes, and I'll never forget what he said. He said, yeah, he was my best man at my wedding. So hey, these guys go way back. Like, they go way back. He's like, hey, we were each other's best men at our wedding. So you wouldn't have known it, and that's just hockey guys. But that happened, and then the playoffs happened, and you're looking at this environment, the warm-ups. I'm not talking about, hey, you stink, boo, Crosby. I mean, there are kids flipping us the bird. Like, you know, that's the type of stuff, like 10-year-olds, like signs with vulgar language. I mean, it was harsh. It was a harsh environment. When we lost in 6 games, our buses going to the airport, I'll never forget it. It was an afternoon game, so people were just swarming the streets of Philly on Broadway, and we're leaving. Someone hums a fresh Natty Light. Shout out South County Natty Light. A fresh Natty Light.
Is that pale?
Right at our window. That's my first drink I had. I'll get into that later. We won our state championship my freshman year. It was a little underage drinking going on. Not a big deal, but I had my first Natty Light. Not to get over there. Let's get back to the story. I'm going to try to follow this for Marty because he's Mr. Antsy in his pantsy today. But we're going
I'm just trying to play some bingo, pal, and I think I got me a winner.
And so this natural light beer, boom, smokes the window, like shatters the window. And then our bus driver, you can imagine, he like took off because then everyone, right, it just takes one, and then everyone starts throwing beer cans. That's the type of environment I'm talking about. So why do I say that? Because I'm watching this captain, and I'm watching this legendary player who's a mentor to so many go into this, and I'm watching the way the game happens. And then you're watching how, as the intensity rises and the pressure goes up, his game goes up. It was just the wildest thing to this day I think I've ever seen a part of that Penguins team, was that the energy, the pressure, everything goes up in the game, and his game would go up. So let's tie this back into his routine. The thing about the best players I have seen, they have routine because we make so many decisions in a day. My wife, I'm not making this up, she said to me this morning, she goes, do you know how many decisions females make in a day? How many choices we make? I go, how mmany? She said 50,000. I might need to fact check that, but she said moms make around 50,000 choices in a day. Men, not to insult the men here, but we're around like 20 to 30,000, so we don't think quite as much. So if you're thinking, let's just say conservatively, you're thinking 20,000 decisions and choices in a day. If you're Sidney Crosby, you don't want to make that many choices. You want to make less choices, but good choices. So when the game is on and the intensity is high and you're down by a goal with 2 minutes to go, that's when you need to make the best choices. What happens over time, and they're finding out this through as they examine athletes, you know, mental fatigue is a thing. So if you're not making as many choices and decisions throughout the day, you're not mentally in as much of a fog, which means you can be more dialed in. It's kind of the same theory when Ryan O'Reilly would stay out late in practice. He would push himself physically, and then he would have to do things with the puck, right? What is he trying to do? He's trying to train his body with less oxygen getting to his brain, right? I still need to make high-pressure decisions while I am having less oxygen to my brain, which is going to affect decision-making. How does that impact the game? Look at what he did. As the game went on, when he was a part of the St. Louis Blues, his game got better and better. His best period statistically was the third period. Everyone else's periods drop. The game drops for everyone as the game goes on. His game went up. It went higher. Not necessarily because he got better. It's because everyone else got worse. And Crosby was the same way. So you think about it. You wake up. I have my routine. I love my eggs. He always had eggs for breakfast. He always had spaghetti for lunch, right? It was really fun when we had the 11 o'clock starts. We had plenty of those during NBC where we have to have one meal and then play the game. So as you guessed it, you can imagine he had his scrambled eggs and pasta all on the same plate. He mixed it together and it made everyone almost throw up at the table. But he would mix it because that's what he did. So, of course, the game comes and you're not thinking. That's the key. You're not thinking. You're just reacting. And it's the final one I'll tell you here because we can move on. But he did say to me once, he said, do you ever get nervous before games? We're kind of talking about different things and philosophical things. He's a brilliant kid. And he said, do you ever get nervous for games? I said, I always get nervous for games. He goes, what about when the game starts? And I said, well, when the game starts, I'm not really nervous anymore. And he said, why? And I said, well, I guess it's just because I'm in the game. He said, yeah, you're in the moment because you're not thinking, right? When you're thinking and you're nervous, right, you're thinking about the future, right? That's what creates anxiety, thinking about the future. So his point was, if you can just stay in the moment all day, every day leading up to the game, you'll be in a good spot.
Huh.
There it is. Kevin Lorenz, does that answer the query?
Yeah, there might need to be a couple follow-ups, but I think I might have answered that question.
Yeah.
Cleared
Be a
it up.
creature of habit, have to make fewer decisions, and then do things right when you need to.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
I got to tell you, it certainly was a scenic route, but you know what? Now that we're home, now that we're home, it's all making sense to me, Joey. You speak in parables, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. How are we looking on the bingo card, Chairman?
Oh, we locked it up.
It's over.
we got a
Bingo.
bingo.
Nice job, Joey. Bingo.
You know, Aesop was a fantastic. You guys know much about Aesop? You guys know Aesop at all? That guy?
Aesop Fables, sure.
The Aesop Fable. His famous one, of course, was the tortoise and the hare. I tell this to my kids all the time. I actually said it to my very first team I coached. This is a quick little story. I told an Aesop Fable, and I said, "You guys know much about the tortoise and the hare?" Or we're sitting around. We were really bad that year. I mean, really bad. We were the Kirkwood Stars. We were an A2 team, and at deck season, they almost moved us down to A3 because we were getting blown out. Right? We were getting blown out.
They almost moved you mid-season?
No. So you'll see this, Tim, when your little fella, he kind of climbs the ranks at Kirkwood. You basically, they pick your team at tryouts, but then they have a deck season, which you play a few games just to make sure you're in the right division. If you get blown out, they move you down. If you're just crushing teams, they move you up. So we had played 3 games. We got blown out. I think we scored 1 goal in 4 games. It was horrible. We lost to the team below us, the Kirkwood team below us. That's how bad we were. I walked into that room. You can ask all the members of the kids that still remember this. I go, guys, we are going to win this league this year. We're not moving down. We're going to win this league, but we're going to clean some things up. So I kind of had my Vince Lombardi hat on. I was doing the old rah-rah speech. But the very next practice, I said, guys, have you ever heard the story of the tortoise and the hare by Aesop? And this is to your point about parables, because life is actually very simple. His story was that, here you have to race, and then all of a sudden there's a hare and there's a tortoise, and obviously the hare is going to take off because he's a rabbit and he's extremely fast. And the tortoise can't really move very much. So then the tortoise, boom, he takes off. And then he realizes how far ahead he is, and he's like, I'm going to take a little snooze-key. And he sits down by a tree and he takes a nap, right? Which is fine. Good for you. But what happens is the tortoise didn't nap. The tortoise kept coming and kept chugging, right, and ends up winning the race. The rabbit wakes up, sees the tortoise about to finish at the line. He sprints, can't make it in time. So the moral of the story is it's steady, slow and steady wins the race. So I'm telling the kids this story. I'm like, guys, it's about slow and steady. This thing's not going to be a sprint. Every day we're going to work, and we're going to keep it slow, but we're going to keep it steady. They come on the ice that day, I swear to you, and we're warming up, and everyone's moving like molasses. I'm talking super slow. And I blow the whistle. I bring it in and go, guys, what is going on? We just got blown out again. We're trying to win this division. What's happening? And one kid goes, I thought you wanted us to be like the tortoise. And they all started laughing. And I, of course, was realizing that with kids, you got to be a little bit more specific. But yeah, Tim, parable, short stories, life is very simple at the end of the day. And I think Aesop had it right. He was an interesting fellow because he was talking to men. This is like thousands, tens of twenties of thousands of years ago. But these guys weren't very smart. They couldn't read or write or anything. So he couldn't talk to them about intelligent things. So we had to keep things very, very simple. And what is the most simple way to use analogies for men back in the day around the campfire? Just use animals.
Makes sense to
You see what
me.
I'm saying? Like our audience,
don't
too. Keep
understand.
it simple. Don't over-explain it.
exactly
Some
right.
can read, some can write.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that was interesting. I don't really have a follow-up.
Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Joey Vitale. He is presented to you every Friday in the 8 o'clock hour by Schaefer Door Company. And Doug, next week, he will be doing this segment from the top of the Eiffel Tower in Thomas Edison's apartment.
With a croissant.
With a croissant. That's correct.
Crumbly croissant.
Have you checked with your better half to make sure that she is cool with you doing this next Friday?
It's funny you say that, Tim. I mean this. I would love your guys' input on this. You said better half. I ran into someone at the sidewalk the other day. My wife was there. I ran into this woman. And I said, I just saw your better half. I just saw her husband that morning. And my wife walks away and she goes, what did you say to her? Oh, I just said I saw your better half. And she said, you can't say that. I go, well, why not? And she goes, you know how insulting that is? You insulted that basically her husband's better than her. And I was like, well, yeah, no, I know what you mean, but I kind of meant it like I admire her husband. She's like, yeah, but you put her out. Anyway, I'm actually interested, and I would love a vote here because maybe I'll take this right from my wife.
Doug, this is going to be a Gallup poll right here.
Okay.
Is it okay to tell a person that how was your better half or I saw your better? Is it okay at all to reference the other person's spouse or significant other as their better half?
I think so. I feel really good about it, and here's my reasoning. It's a tribute to the person they've decided to spend either the rest of their life with or the next 2 to 3 years before heading to Clayton with. And so therefore I think it's a wonderful tribute, Doug. That's my vote. I am in a yay category.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's okay. I mean, to have a problem with that means you're just kind of looking for fights, I think. Everyone knows what it means. It's like, where's your spouse or where's your other half? You just say better half to kind of drop a compliment. I think it's fine.
I have never seen this side of you, Doug.
Oh, sorry, Jasmine.
I think you're fine, Joey. The great Joe Young, photographer at Channel 5, would like to know, how did Joey's team end up that year after all the coaching and the change in philosophy? And I said, I don't think we have that kind of time. But
so we have a quick second. We ended up winning the division. We came from behind. We won the division. We beat the Merrimack Sharks in the final game at the Shark Tank. Suck it, Merrimack. We beat them 5-1. We beat them 5-1, and we won the division. We ended up losing the Blue Note Cup that year in the championship with an empty netter, but we ended up winning the division. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. So just to be clear, Doug, I am going to tell my wife that you are just trying to start a fight, honey. That's what Doug Vaughn said. The great Doug Vaughn said.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. Most people would defer to their other half as their better half. Most would.
I feel like the Vitales are going to get into a fight today, and then the trip is off.
We'll take the Paris trip.
I'll be in Clayton next Friday.
Yeah, you'll be in Clayton getting bottle service.
There's probably a French restaurant around town, isn't there? Tim, where do you go for good French food?
Jackson has a vote.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Le Bon Boucher.
Oh, wow, Lottie frickin' da, Horton Watkins, huh?
For like a lunch or a breakfast situation.
Okay.
Boy, this
was that Clayton?
That's pretty close to here.
Of course it is.
You know what? I'm going to go to Chris's Pancake House.
Ooh, Sicilian omelet.
And I'll get French toast, and that's about as French as I'm going to get because I'm meat and potatoes through and through, Joey.
That's right, big boy. There's nothing wrong with Chris's pancake house. Love me a short stack from Chris.
See, there you go. Live.
Got to watch out. People go flying up and down that Watson there. Careful crossing.
Joey, wonderful to hear from you, and safe travels to France. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Bonjour. See you next Friday.
There he
All
goes.
right,
That'll be from Thomas Edison's apartment at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Tim, was there a youth sports mention? I believe there was.
Oh, you better believe it. Merrimack took the high, hard one.
Was there a movie reference? He likes that Ace Ventura a lot. Did he do song lyrics? Did he yell or scream at all?
Yes.
Did he mention Paris? Was there a random history fact? Something about when he played? Was there a CBC mention? An Eiffel Tower mention? Stop me when I think these are all yes.
Do we have a coverall?
Baguette was mentioned, I believe. A baguette. Chickens. I think Kirkwood was mentioned. Yes. Any animal sound. There's a free space in the middle and it has Sidney Crosby's face on it. Random science fact. Yes. Harassing Doug. That's where I needed clarification. But I believe we may have a full board.
Okay, good.
Aesop lived in 600 BC, not 10,000 years ago. Regardless, I can only imagine him smiling down as an Adderall former hockey player explained the key lessons of his fables, such as tortoises are slow, rabbits are fast. Great stuff, Doug. That comes from 2023 and 2024 Texture of the Year Arbor Day.
I love Aesop's Fables. There's a whole book. It's a good book to read for kids.
It's AESOP?
I think so.
Sharon and Clayton attacking those who are attacking Le Bon Boucher. She says, nothing fancy about Le Bon Boucher. It's a chain, I think. Whoop-de-doo. That's from Sharon and Clayton, who's over in San Diego, getting ready for that Dodgers-Padres series. Yeah. And what, Randy Vasquez getting the ball tonight for the Padres after Michael King got an injury? So am I right on that?
I don't know.
Got to do show prep, man. Got to do show prep. Thank you. Drops of the week are coming up here on the Stiefel dossier.
So Joey's going to return.
He'll be on there. You can email in. We're giving away tickets to the Stiefel Classic. I did hear the interview with Ron Krasuski yesterday. I didn't realize he had been CEO since 1997. Stiefel.
Long time.
How about that? And has grown that business in a major way.
Came from humble beginnings to
God bless meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
So that's the prize, along with VIP parking for that event. I cannot wait. So we'll go to Missouri, Kansas, and then drive back, and then we'll take our boys to the Stiefel Classic on that Sunday. And can't wait. My sons are all excited about it. How about that? Stiefel Classic tickets, the prize for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. This is TMA, presented to you by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN. Doug, what's going on? Jackson's mad about something. I have no idea what it is.
My hand slipped right as I was about to play the song I wanted to play, and it reverted back to the last song.
So this is No Vaseline by Ice Cube. Might want to have your finger on the trigger of the drop button. Does this sound like Ice Cube to you?
It's like he's punching buttons.
Just start over.
Boxing gloves on.
3, 2, 1. Go back. Go back.
And in van 2.
Edit all this out later. Edit all. If you're listening
of typing
on the
going
podcast,
on. A lot of panic, Martin.
This didn't happen, okay?
I got it. Hold on. Hold
It's okay.
on. Hold on.
It's okay. Just
No,
cue
come
up a
on.
Joey's
Load.
cue up a Joey story.
Jackson calling
okay.
for a load. That is the brand.
Okay. By
Well,
the way,
now we got nothing.
There it is. That's all ruined.
what is this?
It's Ride of the Valkyries.
Oh, this is the one we wanted?
Yes. 46 years ago, Apocalypse Now came out, so I thought it'd be kind of fun. But now it's ruined. I ruined it. I ruined Friday.
If you ever see a bald guy that looks kind of crazy, I say, oh, Colonel Kurtz is over there.
Good call.
Apocalypse Now was fantastic for about 2/3 or 3/4 of the movie. And then it went in the dark.
You don't like the Brando part?
No.
So
I
it's
didn't
like how
it
some
at
people
all.
feel about 19. Doug, would it be 88 Full Metal Jacket? 87?
It feels like 87.
Okay.
The second
It's
half.
kind of like and then another military film, Stripes.
Also kind of flips. Mm-hmm. Stripes becomes like a real caper at the end.
But with the Marlon Brando thing, it was just so dark. You couldn't see anything.
Well, it wasn't the plan.
And
But
that was like the penultimate episode of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's like the second episode of the season 8, and you literally can't see a thing.
Yeah, that's horrible.
But that wasn't the plan. But Marlon Brando showed up super out of shape and didn't know his lines, so they had to shoot him in the dark. He was way fatter than they wanted him to be. Known to be a little bit precocious.
Your thoughts on Marlon Brando and Apocalypse Now? Text in, Air Comfort Service text inbox 314-399-9646. You can call in. Biff has chosen to do so, as did Joey Vitale as he's getting ready to head to Paris. Callier and Thompson sponsor the phone lines 314-974-0101. And then you can email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, coming your way at 10:45 the morning after at InsideSTL.com. We have a wonderful Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. 239 friends have gathered, including John Scores, Bill Reloaded, Tim McKernan's Meat and Potatoes, and Kenny Lee-May.
Okay.
Never seen Kenny Lee-May before. Welcome to the show.
I haven't either.
Doug, it is a Friday. It is a tradition, especially here in the Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour. It's Jackson Burkett's Drops of the Week.
Morning after.
Drops of the Week.
Yeah, you gotta drop it like it's hot, dog.
It's a wonderful drop.
Indeed it is.
Flip that off. Flip that off. Flip that off. Flip that off.
Flip that off.
I pegged you as a little bit of an older gentleman.
Yeah, as I do this interview, I keep thinking, like, God, I want to just keep doing more of these.
But the 6'1" hate, obviously passionate.
Well, I'm not into beauty pageants.
Yeah, where's Tim at?
Yes, I wanted to talk about
Aaron Cook.
Oh, yes.
and I also wanted to talk about Phillip Rivers.
Well, go ahead.
I also wanted to talk about
Herman Marquez.
Oh, Bill.
Carson Wentz and
Jeff Francis.
Oh, Doug.
and Drew Brees.
Jason Jennings. Ubaldo Jimenez. Pedro Estacio. Remember?
Andrew Luck.
Get rid of him. Come on. Let's go. Get rid of him.
What's an ice head?
That's sweet.
Find something you like or go outside.
What constitutes a flogging table?
I don't think I even know what rolling balls means.
That made me real nervous, Martin.
Cutest teammate?
That was the question.
Yeah, that was the
guy wants
question.
to know.
Now, to be fair,
Nope.
I'm not trying to look like an idiot out there.
I think I'm ready to go.
Visit St. Louis. St. Louis tours or an impacted colon.
That was Drops of the Week. Drop down, drop.
Yeah.
Get it.
It's good to feel good about the work you do.
Right. Really high level stuff. Thoughtful, intelligent conversation.
Really well edited, though. I enjoyed my Rockies all-time winnings list compared to Guy calling Francesa and wanting to talk about every quarterback. I think that was a great concept.
Thank you.
Doug, we're, I would imagine, 12 days, perhaps 11 days away from Missouri's first uniform announcement. Mm-hmm. Martin, this is, if you want to see Doug Vaughn angry, it is when Missouri announces their uniforms every week. And the Colonel, who I would imagine is going to be a weekly guest on the program when the season starts. Is that the plan, Jackson? I apologize to Crowdsource.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Brought to you by James Carlton. That would be my wager. Does not like it when Doug brings up the uniforms, but the Colonel just tweeted about Missouri's uniforms.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Is it good news?
This is what he writes. I am not a uniform guy, but I will stand for no slander about the pro combat uniforms from this game. Had a former Mizzou player tell me last night they're the best uniforms in school history. Doug, for the record, that was with the anthracite pant.
Oh, God. Pro combat?
The white jersey with anthracite shoulders and anthracite matte helmet with the black block M, and that was worn at Arrowhead Stadium against your September 6th opponent, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
So we're going back to the anthracite, are we?
I don't know. All I know is Mike Steve Ritter tweeted at the Colonel, that was an incredible game, but I've tried to wipe my memory of it because of how awful the uniforms were for it, and that's what the Colonel says. He will take no slander about the pro combat uniforms, which were anthracite pant, anthracite matte helmet.
God. So he was in
Have
favor
they announced they're wearing?
costumes.
Is that what's being said here?
They usually announce it the day before. Last year, there was something that went awry in a barn before the Texas A&M game, a game that didn't necessarily get real competitive, and I think they ditched the uniform announcements going forward. Here, do you mind this? Heretofore?
Yeah, they for a while, for a couple of years, would do like these elaborate uniform reveals.
Yeah, I remember that.
Sometimes gentlemen would be standing in creeks
and forests.
There was one where Connor Tollison was like playing the guitar on Broadway when they were playing Vanderbilt. It just all seemed a little goofy.
Yeah.
There was one where
a little forced.
I can't. Maybe Zion Young was riding
recruiting.
It doesn't help recruiting.
There's one where Zion Young, I feel, was riding a horse, and it was like, what situation? They were playing Murray State, and he had the defensive end riding a horse. Found it all very odd.
It only takes one goofball in the marketing department to make all that happen.
Well, you got to respect the effort, but
trash a uniform.
No, the uniform looks
uniform
good.
They had for so many years.
I love the uniforms, but
so they stopped doing these video. Do they still announce though? Like just put a quick picture out instead of a full video?
I don't know what they're going to do this year. After they stopped doing the videos, they kind of stopped announcing what they were going to wear. It's just like whenever it would pop
almost
on.
as
So sometimes Doug can't recognize which team is Missouri, and
No,
that
I
drives
don't
him up the
know. I
wall.
don't know who I'm rooting for.
That's
I don't know. I frankly don't know.
Rings a little hollow.
How many colors you got?
Well, when
You
they're
got
playing
black, gold, yellow,
when they're playing
anthracite,
like when they're playing
gray.
Boston College, like I think
Who's
you can
who?
figure out who's who.
Well,
you know?
you would hope that they could put together a uniform where you could at least identify which team is yours.
When they played Iowa, that was a little different. That's a fair criticism.
The all white thing with the feather coming out of the tiger's butt, that was just horrendous.
Clip that off.
I don't get why you wouldn't embrace the tradition that they had for so many years.
I'm like Gabe. I'm not a big uniform guy. Not that worried about it. A little more concerned about who's the quarterback and whether they can win or not. I hate the little comic book tiger. I hate the
the sailor
tiger.
I'm
with you. Actually,
I don't care for that.
I think
it doesn't feel real intimidating or masculine.
No. Michigan also has something just like it.
They have a Sailor Wolverine?
It has like a little, like the hats you used to get at Steak and Shake, the paper hats? It has like a little...
That on top of a Wolverine?
With like a block M.
Watch this, Doug.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
A Wolverine's kind of an interesting little animal, not to get into Joey's territory here, but...
Joey's territory.
They're not that big.
But nasty.
Yeah, real.
Wolverine,
They're closer to like a honey badger than they are like a wolf.
Big honey badger.
Yeah.
That Mizzou sailor looks like it should have a thought bubble that says, "Hey, fella." It doesn't seem intimidating.
Yeah, it seems like a comic strip.
It is hard to tell what team Mizzou is sometimes. I agree with Doug. That's from Bill Reloaded, the Michelob Ultra YouTube
It says in giant block letters on the front of their jersey, Mizzou.
Sometimes?
No, all the
Sometimes
time.
it
Every
doesn't.
Mizzou jersey in 2024 and 2025 has a big letters Mizzou across the front.
Well, we don't know 25. They haven't had the season yet.
They haven't announced new uniforms.
No, they make a big surprise of that 2 days before the game. Hey, you're never going to recognize us this week. We're wearing bright
They're
yellow.
wearing stuff that says Mizzou all over it.
Well, it's better.
Better or else.
Doug, one of the uniform reveal videos, there was a player sitting in a cuck chair in the corner.
Yes, that's when they went
2020.
Too far.
Oh, boy. That must have been before the A&M game.
I don't remember that.
And then the A&M
like
defensive back who's from Kirkwood somehow got into the hotel room. Was it Luther Burden? And
no, Theo Weiss. And honestly, that didn't pass the smell test for me.
You don't think that really happened?
You think that was a Drinkwitz plant?
Oh, I think it happened. I don't think it was that DB who put it there.
He had it done by the staff.
Because it might be the corniest thing I've ever heard in my life, and he's really, really good and didn't need to do that.
Towel man.
Yeah. And
Not
then
the one at the
when
Blues
Theo
game.
Weiss wore it to the game, I was like, okay, this seems like maybe, and I don't know. It's pure speculation. Could have been an inside job.
Yeah.
The schools get more money from Nike, Adidas, Under Armour if the team agrees to wear more variations. Quit saying you can't understand why they do it and burn this into your brain.
Okay, knock it off.
Stephen Timon, he is not happy that you're not happy.
He
with
just
you.
got suspended. Stephen Time, he just got suspended on the 15th of August. Suspended a period of 2 days' time for your attitude, and a letter has been put in your file.
Well, to be fair
Stephen Time.
to Doug, Stephen Time sometimes can be an ass. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
So to be fair, Doug, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. How much money can they really be giving you? Sure, here's $1 million if you just wear a yellow uniform. Really? I don't buy it.
And then
So you
Phil
want to
Knight
fight
too?
Stephen Time?
Because they think 10,000 people are going to run to the team store and buy that jersey. Doesn't happen. When you buy a jersey for yourself or your kid, you usually get the traditional Missouri jersey because you want people to know that it's Missouri. Mm-hmm.
Guys, I can't wait for Mizzou to start changing uniforms at halftime. It's going to be so cute. That's from Painter Guy.
Oh, God.
Go out and buy all the Nike gear you want. Go out and spend all your money on Nike, and then Phil Knight can in turn give it to Oregon football. It's kind of how that works.
Fair and fortunate observation. This is the Mark Hanna Evergreen Wealth Strategies 9 o'clock hour. Mark Hanna is online at evergreenstl.com. He is a wonderful gentleman, 314-889-0503. When the Colonel joins us and Doug asks him about the uniforms, that'll be brought to you by James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, online at carltoninsurance.net. And what a huge development for James Carlton yesterday is Biff switched both his personal and professional insurance to James Carlton. Let me tell you something, Doug. That's a big hit.
Oh, it is.
For
Sure,
James
it is.
Carlton.
Yeah, he's got a big business.
You can call right now, and you're going to talk to somebody in Webster Groves, 314-961-4800. That is James's office, and he has a huge staff to make sure the customer service is at the forefront. Also, go online at carltoninsurance.net. You have nothing to lose. There is a chance you save thousands of dollars, so why not spend 60 seconds on a phone call to see what they can do for you? They'll take a look at your information, get back to you. Got nothing to lose, and I've been working with James since 2019, so I know firsthand. carltoninsurance.net, 425 five-star reviews of James Carlton on Google. It's James Carlton. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton State Farm. The program is called TMA, and we've got an MLB television deal update, Doug. How will it impact the Cardinals? You're going to have to wait to find out. Okay. It's coming up next. CMA 101 ESPN.
Loading up for the weekend, stop by Schnucks, go see the butcher and get some ideas. Real friendly staff. They're always great with suggestions for the grill or the sommelier over in the wine section. Everything you need is at your neighborhood Schnucks. And while you're loading up on groceries, you'll probably save a little bit of money because they continue to mark down everyday items. It's over 2,000 at last check. They continue to add to that list so you can save some money when buying groceries because prices have gone up, so they're doing their best to combat that. You can also download the Rewards app. That means you're saving money on top of those everyday savings. And when you check out, you'll find out what your balance is. That's money you can cash in right there or just save it for the next time around. Build it up as you shop. The Rewards app also allows you to do curbside delivery, home delivery. Schnucks delivers, one of the added items over the last few years that they've done at Schnucks. So everything you need, one spot. Download the app, the Rewards app. They'll also send you alerts, items you buy often. If there's any additional savings, you can get that. Everyday savings you can count on at your neighborhood Schnucks.
This is Jackson with the Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Yankees come to town tonight, take on the Cardinals. It's going to be a 7:15 first pitch. Andre Palante on the mound for your Redbirds. Those are their Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Championship parade, to the wave, to the wave. Cardinals playoff baseball, let's fill the seats with red. Time to work on magic, 12 and 12. Oh yeah, guys. Alright. I'm gonna give you the lineup. Kyle Loesch is on the mound with Molina behind the plate. Alan Craig is taking over the duties of first base. Across the stretch, last year's MVP freezes on third. Furcal's out, but Scalzo skipping calls when God is back for sure. Cardinals playoff baseball, let's fill the seats with red. Time to work on Magic 12 and 12.
Hard not to get fired up for a Yankee series when you hear this.
It gives the lineup a better team than what they got now.
Well, I hate to hear that, because if you put $100 on the Cardinals to make the 2025 MLB postseason, Doug, on the 1st of October, a gentleman will walk up to you, probably in a parking lot of a retail area in Arnold, with $1,260.
Really?
Yep.
He said 100 on the Cardinals to make it?
That's right. 12.6 to 1 on your money, brother. That's
just to make the playoffs.
That's per FanDuel.com. You see, I want to tell you what's wrong with all you people. Does that come off wrong?
No, it's fine from you.
Prisoners of the moment. Prisoners of the moment. And there's Adam Wainwright. There's a guy who threw the last pitch in the 2006 World Series. Why? There's a guy who had a little duel with Garrett Cole in Game 5 of the 2013 NLDS. That's a guy who knows what it's all about, brother. And he said yesterday on this very presentation, it always amazes me how people overreact to one game in a 162-game baseball season. I understand that. But the reality is, even though I think every single person in this studio, and why I would bet 98% of the people in the listening audience recognize that if you were to rank the 26 teams of the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals, LLC, since the year 2000, this one might be about 20th or 21st. But Doug, Major League Baseball said, let's have the NCAA tournament in October. Mm-hmm. And so many friends can join, even if they don't belong. Mm-hmm. And this team just might not belong and play.
And they still might make it.
Yeah.
I was thinking how crazy it would be if they squeaked in and then got hot and won the baby.
And the baby would be presented on Market Street on November 5th?
Uh-huh. If this were the team that wins the next World Championship here.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just dreaming.
Well, if you want to do that, you can put $100 down on that. You've already collected your $1,260.
Yeah, which is nice.
From FanDuel. So now at this point, it's just pure profit, and all you're doing is making more. What do you think you're going to be rewarded with if you were to find yourself in the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals World Series champions on a $100 bet?
15,000.
10 grand.
Jackie Papers.
I wasn't paying attention.
Are we done?
Biscuit.
I was looking.
This is HD1, brother.
I was looking for the Adron Chambers drop.
Calling the nation all day.
And I found it.
Okay.
Right.
That was
I
worth
support you doing a deep dive into the drops. But, I mean, you act like Tim's Joy Vitale over here. You're just tuning out. Jesus.
The question is, you bet $100 on the Cardinals to win the World Series. Ooh. What's the return?
What do you get under the Arnold Water Tower on November 4th?
5 large.
$35,000.
Oh, that's what I meant.
I think it's worth throwing 100 at.
There
isn't
you
it?
go.
They're not going to win the World Series, but what the hell?
Welcome to ROI season on TMA.
Wow. Cardinals are pre-revenue right now.
You wouldn't miss the 100 as wealthy as we are. But 35,000 would be nice.
Well, why don't
nice
we
dinner.
all throw in 25?
Yeah.
Tam Avenue Capital Partners might need to hold a cash call to
I
get
just
that
did a little
25.
Dave Checkitts investment here.
We selling the concessions?
Yeah. By the way, the Yankees have a half-game lead over the Cleveland Guardians for the third wild card. How in the hell?
That is a very fair question. I'm telling you, as a active fantasy baseball player, there are gentlemen who play on the Cleveland Guardians I have never heard of. I mean, and I'm talking about the regular starters, both position and rotation.
I have never heard of your team.
Papers is having a big 9 o'clock hour. I know you're upset about him not paying attention there, but that's the payoff. He didn't pay attention, so he could give you those drops.
Doesn't matter. Paul Goldschmidt is returning to St. Louis this weekend, but he might end up on the injured list.
I want to indulgence standing
Can he
ovation.
bring out the lineup card or something?
They might let him do that, I would think. People would like the chance to say, hello, Paulie.
He's got a sprained right knee. They're not sure. They said he'll travel to St. Louis. He said, I don't need any extra motivation to try and heal. I'll do everything I can. We want to go there and play well. Hopefully I'll get a chance to play there. Talking about his return to St. Louis. Goldie, who played here for 6 seasons.
There you go, Doug.
They're not really in a position to let him take just a
token
at bat, to strike out just to get the applause. If it was the end of the season and you've locked up your spot, maybe, but I don't think they'll do that
But in
this
a
weekend.
normal situation, now the crowd could be heavily Yankees as well tonight, but in a normal situation, a Goldschmidt return would be a big deal, and that would be a healthy ovation.
Yeah, if you
Homer
want an
MVP.
MVP award here, that's
Yeah.
worth something.
Part of the postseason in 19, 20, 21, 22.
He's been a heck of a player. He's not having a great year with the Yankees, and now they're even sitting him sometimes when they face right-handed pitching. But he's had a terrific career. Not that that's a hot take or anything.
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and put the mittens on.
Oh, my goodness.
The take was so
That
hot.
was scorching.
Paul Goldschmidt's had a pretty good career.
Wow.
That was my take.
Can I give you my starting lineup?
No.
No.
Doug, I deep teased this on Major League Baseball and their television deal negotiations. Rob Manfred did a little podcast and said that they wanted to leave ESPN because it was a, quote, shrinking platform. They are back talking to ESPN and their shrinking platform. And this is what Major League Baseball television could look like going forward, per Andrew Marchand of The Athletic.
All right.
Doug, you're going to be able to watch Sunday Night Baseball on NBC/Peacock and Apple TV. That's where you also will find first-round playoff games. And then ESPN could wind up adding weekday games and a bigger daily digital presence. Netflix would be the home of the Home Run Derby.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Here's what I care about. Where can I watch the Cardinals? Where can I watch the postseason? That's what I care about. I don't care about Sunday Night Baseball unless it's the Cardinals. Does that make me a lone wolf?
No, that's one of baseball's core issues, is that people don't really care about anything other than their one team.
Right.
Whereas when college football starts up, we will all be tuned in to Dublin, Ireland to watch K-State and Iowa State.
Right. But if Sunday Night Baseball has Tampa facing off against the Minnesota Twins, I really could care less.
Yeah, I'd rather ride an aggressive Sibian than watch that.
God, does that hurt?
Like one where there's no
If you know how to ride, it's great.
no governor on it,
Yeah, no governor.
They can really let her rip.
Right. Yeah, so if you give me that choice versus watching that Rays game, I'm on the Sibian all night.
Especially if it's at whatever minor league ballpark they play at.
Did I miss something, or did ESPN leave the MLB package? And
Well, it's very debatable. It's kind of like a divorce. It depends on which friends you're talking to. There are two versions of the story, Martin.
It sure seems like, based on what ESPN's done just in the last 2 weeks, that it was the worldwide leader in sports who wanted to leave the relationship more than Major League Baseball.
And then Rob Manfred came off like the jilted ex-lover and saying, well, why would we want to be on a shrinking platform anyway?
Right. That's
See what I'm saying?
got NFL
if I'm
Red
sitting
Zone.
at the poker table, I'm pretty confident where this thing went.
Yeah, shrinking platform.
That he's now going to get back into business with because there isn't enough competition for those games. Doug, you will be able to download the Peacock app and watch some games.
I won't.
And then if you want to watch the Home Run Derby, I hope you have Netflix. I know you have been rewatching Hunting Wives, so you already have that app on your smart television.
So will that be where the All-Star game is as well? Because it's kind of tied into that.
Yes, Malin Ackerman is hosting the All-Star game.
Really? Like starting pitching?
I think just pre and post.
Okay.
Pre and post.
Why? I don't know what to believe anymore.
We're going to donate time on our times that we don't use the station or where it's not a profitable thing for us to do or whatever. And it's going to be Sunday mornings. It's going to be called Donating Back to the Community Charity. Now, how that will happen, we haven't yet worked out, but I do believe in it.
See?
Okay.
It's
similar vibes.
That was an MBA course at Harvard. It's TMA 101 ESPN. The program is presented to you by Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies. You are welcome to email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Doug, you have any idea who Design Air is? I think you might have worked with them within the last few years.
Several times I have. Several times. Yerko went out last Saturday. You called
you said,
Design Air.
Here's Steve.
Yeah, I said, send me someone. Send me a silver fox, if you don't mind. He sent me Steve, and boy, he was good. He got on it. All the Design Air techs are good. Many have been around for a long, long time. And you know, when a business has been around since 1904 in St. Louis, they must be doing something right. They've done a lot right at Design Air Heating and Cooling since that time. They're not just another HVAC company either. They're the longest running sponsor on TMA, and that loyalty says a lot. Seth Goldkamp, fourth generation, family-owned business. You simply cannot make it more than a century without treating people right, charging a fair price, and knowing what you're doing. At Design Air, they believe in honest work. You'll never be sold something that you don't need. Whether you're dealing with the St. Louis heat or the winter cold, they have got your back with dependable service and no pressure solutions. So visit designair.com and schedule your service today. That's highly recommended. Get the service, and then maybe it won't break down when it gets to be 98 degrees. Design Air is comfort you can count on since 1904. The website again, designairservice.com, home of the handsome repairman. Request Larry, the Silver Fox.
I wonder what Steve did wrong that you're still talking about Larry.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
He did nothing wrong at all.
It's interesting.
You know, there's some people have a type.
I respect that. I hope Steve understands.
I think
that'll do it. Back to you, Steve.
There it was. That's how Doug wrapped up the
Steve
service
again.
call.
Jackson is having a huge 9 o'clock hour.
Marquand Evergreen Wealth Strategies ROI season at evergreenstl.com. The program's called TMA. Great news as we are just 8 days away from the start of the college football season. Why we're 13 days away from the start of it in Columbia, Missouri, and why we're 14 days away from it in Champaign, Illinois. We have got CBS's bowl projections, and we will see how many of the 91 bowls Doug will be able to accurately guess coming up next. This is TMA 101 ESPN.
You clown, you clown, you clown. Missile gonna fly this year. Cookie burning gonna leave you hurting. Missile gonna fly this year. 12 wins in the playoff is certain. Missile gonna fly this year. Drink out the junk and all the funk. Missile gonna fly this year. The rest of the nation gonna be sunk. Now we roll down a tide country, gonna kick your ass to put it bluntly.
That was a loss.
Them Sooner dogs coming to Mitsu.
That was a W.
How will I be explaining this to my kids?
Good luck. I'd like to ask them why they're listening to us instead of going to school.
I think in most study halls, we're just piped right in.
I actually do agree with it. TMA 101 ESPN programs presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. Martin, there is no greater tradition than the August 15th, Doug going through all the bowls and matching up with CBS's bowl projections. Getting to a bowl is a significant accomplishment, and there are only a handful of them. And Doug goes through each one and tells you who he sees playing in these bowl games.
Never done such a thing.
So, I mean, I guess we could start with the local teams. Where do you see?
I don't have any idea. We don't even know who the quarterback is yet. They haven't played the first game yet. And I'm supposed to tell you what bowl they're going to and who they're going to play against?
But we do know the quarterback. It's been reported.
Yeah, on this show, butt-ass. Sam Horn
Woods.
from the Warson Woods Wacko.
Okay, what if it's not him?
The Warson Woods Wacko reported it.
Okay. Well, I guess the Sam Horn-led Tigers will play in a bowl game of their choosing because they're going to have such a fabulous year. I don't know where they're going to go. I just don't. I wish I could help you with this.
It comes the day after New Year's.
Okay.
Is there a Cheez-It Bowl?
How about the Peach Bowl?
Oh, that's
I don't even know what they're
Peach Bowl sounds a little high level, Doug.
Peach Bowl is reserved for the teams that get to the college football playoff semifinals.
And you don't think they will?
Well, unfortunately, CBS Sports doesn't think they will.
Well, they don't know what they're talking about.
Nice. Fight, Tiger. Well, Doug, they'll be taking on Louisville in the Duke's Mayo Bowl at 8 p.m. on a Friday night, January 2nd.
Okay.
Guess we'll do a remote. Martin, can you do TV from down there, too?
I mean, we'll probably have a bunch of specials related to that game.
You said the Duke's Mayo
Bowl. Is that when they swim in a big bowl of mayo at the end?
I think so.
Could you imagine Eli Drinkwitz doing the Mayo thing after?
He would get into that, I think, yeah.
Okay, what do you think about ILL?
Oh,
I mean, number 12 in the country. I mean, theoretically, then, that means they should be going to college football playoff.
Yeah.
But what does CBS say? What does Doug Vaughn say?
How about the Liberty Bowl?
Wow. ILL out of
Kerry Davis hears that.
Yeah, Kerry Davis is going to come in here and put you up against the wall.
Okay, I'll change then to Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Oh, you son of a...
I don't know what bowl game they're going, and neither does anyone else.
CBS does.
I feel like a Tampa kind of game, but maybe not in the playoff, but around the first.
Oh, the Gasparilla Bowl?
One of those kind of, maybe is there a Gator offshoot?
It's called Tax Slayer. Doug, they will be taking on UCLA
pretty awesome.
on December 31st in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay. For the SRS.
That would be a letdown.
The SRS Distribution Bowl. That's what it's called. We're supposed to keep all this straight.
Are you surprised that the Citrus Bowl committee is going to have a Michigan-Oklahoma rematch when they play each other on September 6th?
Boy, CBS
never
Sports
saw it coming.
CBS Sports should have more pop-up ads on their website. It's not nearly enough.
Are you saying that this column was done for clicks?
I mean, it's just all pop-ups. All I have is pop-ups in front of me. It's some guy with a neck beard opining about the Big Ten.
What's the deal with the neck beard, and why did you bring it up right there on a guy making bowl projections?
There's a guy making bowl projections. I just spitting hot takes about the Big Ten and why Penn State will win, and he's got a neck beard. And I can't find out, when Mizzou's playing in the Roll Quest Bowl.
Duke's Mayo.
Duke's Mayo. That's the one where Shane Beamer was covered head to toe in mayonnaise.
This guy's obsessed with Shane Beamer.
I'll never forget that.
Where was he on the tiers? He was kind of an up-and-comer.
I think he was in the same with drinking Bielema. I think he was in the same. Yeah, I think so.
There's 8 tiers of coaches, Tim.
And Missouri was on 3.
Yeah.
Shane Beamer is going to take on Nebraska in the ReliaQuest Bowl. That'll be fun. Matt Rule.
Yeah, good times. Well, who does it have going to the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop?
That's a good question.
That's the name of the bowl game.
I think the players would get a kick out of that.
The Arizona Bowl?
Air Force and Buffalo.
Yeah, I like that matchup.
Really? Okay,
I like
didn't
that
see
matchup.
that. Did not see it.
So
That
Buffalo's bouncing back, even though Lance Leipold has left the program.
I thought it was Leopold.
Did you see that first college football playoff matchup CBS Sports has?
Brian Kelly, the dainty little Southern debutante, returns to take on the Fighting Irish in South Bend, Indiana.
Ooh, I like that.
And they will not be happy with him
Oh, they won't.
on a Saturday night in northern Indiana.
They would boo him, right? It would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if he gets cheered anywhere, including Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
He's from Massachusetts, by the way.
Southie. He was in Goodwill Hunting. Oregon is taking on Georgia in the first round, Doug, as the Bulldogs go up against their former offensive line coach,
That is
Dan
fun.
Lanning.
Yeah.
It's not only fun, but funny.
Good times.
What about Texas Tech, the best team college football money could buy, going in to take on the U in South Florida?
Oh, really?
Mario Cristobal.
I had them go to the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
They play that at Yankee Stadium, right?
How'd you like to be sent to the Bronx to play outdoors on December 27th?
In a baseball
You want to
stadium.
come up a loser in the bowl lottery. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl is it.
You throw one out of the end zone, you might hit the wall.
A number of people have pointed out, why does CBS have Illinois playing a Big Ten opponent, UCLA? It's a fair question.
Too many pop-up ads.
You think the pop-up ad screwed up the bowl
The
projections?
guy probably was going to put Illinois
crap.
in the Sun Bowl, but pop-up ad was in his face and he couldn't do it.
Well,
back
in the column where it says the conferences, he's got UCLA listed as a Pac-12 team still.
He sure does.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder about the credibility of these bowl projections.
Good call right there, Chairman. Yeah, it's listed as a Pac-12 team.
And Arizona State, if you look at that Alamo Bowl, Doug, BYU and Arizona State, they've got that as a Big 12, Pac-12 matchup.
I wouldn't look at the Alamo Bowl. I'm really concerned about the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Doug, the final first-round college matchup will be Boise State heading to Tuscaloosa to take on Kalen DeBoer and Roll Damn Tide.
Okay.
I don't love that matchup.
All right.
Clemson, Penn State, Texas, and Ohio State all get first-round byes. My. 2 Big Ten schools with first-round byes.
Okay. And I got to pick the rest of the bowls, too, or are we done with this?
No, right there it sounded like...
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, because I'm out of guesses for the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
I say this every year. St. Louis needs a meaningless bowl. We got nothing going on here. People would go.
Agreed.
It's the Hunchback of Von Castle.
Agreed.
Just call it
Get
the
the
Battle
dome.
Hawks Bowl.
Yeah.
And then all them Hawks fans, there's your base. And then you build on that base.
Every other city in America has a bowl.
Could be like the Doug.
Why do we get left out of everything?
Because our downtown is, what did you say, a used colon?
Impacted.
Impacted like
sorry.
one.
It could be the Doug Vaughn Saltines and Tapwater Bowl.
Wouldn't mind it.
Wow.
Wouldn't mind it.
The grilled chicken bowl. Come on down for our flavorful of fun.
Chicken and broccoli bowl.
Your Missouri Tigers will be taking on Middle Tennessee State University in the Stiefel Dossier Bowl. That's from Philip Seymour Doffman.
That would be nice.
It'd be nice to get Stiefel involved.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
bet they
love
would
to play
sponsor
Middle
that.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it, Jackson. 8 wins for your Tigers. Are you taking that? You leaving that?
I mean, I'll take it.
Are you? I mean, you have to take it or leave it.
I guess I'll take it.
Thank you, sir. All right, Tim. What about you? 8 wins? Are you going to put it back in and tell?
I want more.
Okay.
8 wins doesn't get me anything.
Okay.
That gets me playing in the Duke's Mayo Bowl against Louisville on a Friday night at 8 o'clock.
Are we going to roll out final predictions for this squad?
It's just so hard not knowing the quarterback. And even if you know the quarterback.
But we do know the quarterback.
That's exactly right. I'm not really happy with the way you guys are dismissing Orson Woods Wacko's report.
Our reporting tells us.
Is your prediction going to change much, whether the quarterback's...
That's the thing. It's like either way, you don't have enough tape on either to give a
So it doesn't matter.
response.
Even if they name the quarterback today, you still have no clue what to expect. I think that's fair.
You could say that that's like could be an advantage if you're talking about like wagering on the win total. If you think that like, oh, this Prabula is set to be the next big thing, or Sam Horn is worse than what Wacko's reporting, then maybe you take the over.
I think they'll win about 8 games.
Yeah.
Fine.
8-4 sounds about right.
Get your mayo.
Just going to let you know this, and I want you to listen and God. No? 2007, 2013, and 2023, the Missouri Tigers were unranked going into the season. And, Doug, they rattled some cages around the Big 12 and the SEC. Matter of fact, Martin, you might be surprised to hear this, but Eli Drinkwitz talked about his ex-girlfriend's Instagram page in relation to the top 25 polls.
Really?
Yes.
Coach, I know it really doesn't matter, but it does to fans when the poll comes out and you're not in there. Do you look at that and go, okay, is that I'm going to use that, or I'm just going to let everything take care of itself?
You know, it's interesting. We have a something to prove mindset around here. And so you're always looking to add fuel to that fire. I kind of told the team the other day, we flashed it on the screen and said it's not important, but every once in a while you check out your ex-girlfriend's Instagram page just to kind of see.
Why, the trenches.
Mm-hmm. So maybe not his own ex-girlfriend, but just in the theory a player might or a person might.
Right, remind yourself. Put that chip back on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Something to prove. STP.
All right, STP. Was that a oil treatment that used to be on Richard Petty's car?
I think so. I think it was, actually.
Mm-hmm. Quaker, state your car with engine STP.
STP. Why don't they get a sponsorship deal? Put that on the side of the jersey.
Andy remember him? He was the star of the commercials.
Put that on the side of the jersey.
I'm just excited to get the energy, the college football energy back. It's going to be so much fun.
Well, when are we going to get a bowl game around here?
You're on this.
Alan Dadeville is starting to work out some of the logistics in the Air Comfort Service text inbox. If St. Louis hosted a bowl game, that Rumpelman Santa, who I assume lives on top of Hal's Steakhouse year-round, would have a field day waving to fans of middle-of-the-pack MAC teams as they walk into a distribution center to watch a punt fest. That's from Alan Dadeville, and it sounds like he will not be sponsoring the St. Louis Bowl.
Oh, no. Well, if Shreveport can have a bowl, we can have one, right?
Yeah.
Please tell me we're better than Shreveport.
Tied for first.
We're tied with Shreveport now?
Tied for first, though.
We probably have better weather. I mean, certainly have better weather.
What about the Real Housewives of TMA Bowl? Doug, how about that? Sharon and Clayton goes out there,
That
flips
makes
the coin.
sense. Yeah. That's got some legs.
They pour red wine on the winning coach.
Rosé all day.
Pinkel had a
TMA Bowl.
Pinkel had a timeshare in Shreveport. Didn't they go to that Independence Pool-on Weed Eater Bowl several times?
It's either that or Memphis, like every year.
Yeah.
I got a text here from our listener of the year from 2023, Chairman Stephen Wildwood, that he left a mic drop. We don't really do mic drops on this program. We do live calls, but if Chairman Steve left a mic drop, I guess Jewel Jackie Papers is going to look into it. We'll see how that goes. Sometimes, Doug, he plays a little fast and loose with the Federal Communications Commission.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure he does.
So we'll see how that
watch
plays.
him.
That's coming up. We got the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming your way as well. That's at approximately 10:45 on what we've realized is a private document, the Stiefel dossier. And, of course, BK and Ferrario at 11 o'clock. This program is called The Morning After. It's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
picture show. Movie boy, steal the scene.
Doug, there's a Movie Boy theme song.
Silver screen.
Oh, nice hit.
Roll the credits, roll the reel. Jackson takes there the real deal. Drama, laughs, and sci-fi steal. Movie boy, that's the vibe. Hit subscribe, don't miss the ride. Movie boy, here we go. Fast reviews like a picture show. Movie boy, steal the scene. Breaking it down on your silver screen.
I want to come on, Movie Boy, metaphorically, and I want to review the film The Girl Next Door, which Jackson refuses to finish.
If I finish it and we do a podcast about it, you have to commit to a whole hour.
That's
deal.
That's a 1 foot putt.
Deal.
All right.
Deal.
What do you think I'm going to do?
Well, it's, this is going to be a real commitment. You're going to have to take an undertaking.
I think there are millions of people who are waiting for an hour-long podcast about a film from 22 years ago involving the delightful Alicia Cuthbert, Doug.
Yeah, who it was?
You know what her nickname was?
No.
Heesh.
Oh, gosh. I did not know that.
I was wondering how to work in the fold, and this is a perfect way.
Huh.
More
Well, I
than
like
happy
your
to.
new theme song.
That listener Mike, who's sent us some of the trade deadline anthems, sent me a couple options in
Are you
terms of
gonna
theme
use
songs.
one?
I put them, all three of them, at the end of the podcast last week. I have a very subtle theme song that I kind of use for right now. It gets us in quickly, and I'm going to stick with that. But I like this. I like it's very kind.
What about Hot House Flowers? They have a song called Movies. Huh? Think about it, and then look into the licensing.
Okay. You're doing a lot of working with your hand, right? You're talking to me with all palm.
I was aggressively, presenting. I was kind of offering. I was metaphorically, as Tim said, throwing you the idea.
I like that.
Okay.
Stu Kleitenic, Doug, if he would have worked in the age of 3D televisions.
Oh, yeah. It's like his hand was coming right in to tickle you or something.
Hands.
Long arms. He was about
Kleitenic.
6'5" or 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, you reach
I like the
almost
guys
all
who
the way
would
to the camera.
roll the videotape, and they would, like Warner Wolf would, like throw his hand for it like a conductor.
Doug, there is a question that I think is specifically for you in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat here on TMA, a program presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. Honest question, and this feels like a good place to ask it. Do grown men with real jobs and families and stuff really watch wrestling? Thanks. That's Rockio's hostage negotiator.
Mm-hmm. It's a reasonable question, and I think there are some because there's a lot of goofballs out there.
John Cusick says, negotiator, you forgot to include married as a qualifier. Wrestling feels like a divorced/separated man activity. That's from John Cusick. Is there a higher population of divorced people?
Probably, because if you can't tell that wrestling is fake, there's probably a lot of things about your spouse that you can't tell whether it's real or not. I just think you have to be somewhat
Climax
delusional.
reference.
You have to be somewhat delusional to think that this is all real and real sports. So I guess, yeah, I could see that a lot of
This
trouble.
is the same show that had a multi-layered breakdown of wrestling the other day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess. But Chairman Kurt's a big fan, so I shouldn't be so harsh.
Chairman Kurt, you're a big wrestling fan?
I think that's a
stretch.
Yes.
I thought you said you were a huge fan.
No, that would be incorrect. There's no Monday Night Football. I'm not watching the Cardinals. I might throw on Raw and see what's doing around SummerSlam and WrestleMania time, but saying I'm a big fan would not be correct.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Mad respect to Jackson for calling his boss out on his commitment. It's from John Gruden's burner.
Tim's not my boss.
Was that in reference to me?
I think that's the reference.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not your boss.
All right.
And I think I do 70 hours of programming in this building a week.
That's right. Yeah, I was like, when I said an hour, like, if I'm going to do this, we're going to dive real deep. We're going to get deep into the weeds.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
you're
know
ready for it.
I don't know if an hour is enough to review.
Yeah, an hour minimum.
2003 Best Picture Girl Next Door.
Hour minimum. An hour minimum.
What do you talk about? You break down every scene or something?
He's just talk about it. There's always greater.
Does that answer your question?
Well,
completely.
there's always greater conversations than just the movie itself. You know, what does this mean to these certain actors that were in the movie, and then some historical context. All these
Timothy
things.
Oliphant.
Yeah, what has he done since? And all, you know.
He was in Owen Wilson's vehicle, Martin Stick, on Apple TV.
Mm-hmm.
Did he make a return in Sarah Jessica Parker's and Just Like That? Am I correct on that? You watching Just Like That? Final episodes just came out. Very emotional,
No, I'm
tense
not
situation
watching that,
between
no.
HBO Max and SJP and Kristen Davis and New York Congresswoman Cynthia Nixon.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Jackson was classically trained by producer Joe with some of the answers.
In what
Hey, what
way?
do you do on the show? Talking stuff. I just think some of the vague, comments you have in your holster, that's kind of a prod Joe operation. So maybe you were trained on the side.
Look at Jackson just staring back at Martin like he's Phil Ivey trying to pick up if he's on a flush draw.
He's trying to decide how to respond. And
I am.
It's not an insult.
I'm not upset.
You're kind of from the producer
But
Joe school.
when you say what do you talk about when you on your movie podcast? It's like, well, we talk about movies. Like I don't know really what you're looking for. That's I think my
well, sell me on it. I haven't listened yet. I will. Sell me on it. Does Garrett dig in on lighting? What is it, that is
Do
the script
you ever
analysis?
hang out with your friends or go see a movie and for like 20 minutes, maybe get a bite to eat and talk about the movie? Well, that's essentially what the movie podcast is like.
But yet you go 2 more hours from there.
Right. Well, that's the thing is
So that's what Doug was
dive deep.
intrigued by. So it's like, where are we going for that length? And you could say, well, we often then delve off into that director's style, that director's body of work.
Yes, the actors around
Or
it.
did we like the acting, but we didn't care for the script, or vice
Yeah,
versa? That's,
right.
I think, what Doug was looking
Well,
for.
you can be my mouthpiece.
Okay.
Put that off.
Jackson's mouthpiece.
Your 9 o'clock hour sponsor watches wrestling. That's from Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies,
does?
texting into the Air Comfort Service text inbox,
Jeez.
and he can't be happy.
No, I wouldn't think he's very happy, no.
Well, we all like wrestling. Of course we do.
Jackson, you went to the mic drops to listen to Chairman Steve's mic drop. Did it meet FCC standards? Jackson's giving a thumbs up. Doug, here is Chairman Steve in Wildwood.
All right.
I mean, I get it. We're only a little bit out. I mean, we make a run, we could make the playoffs.
Stop it!
Oh.
You can't beat the worst damn team in the league. I think one of their players was playing in jeans. They just beat you 4 times out of 6. You suck. And what's the media in this town doing? Nothing. They're soft like Charmin. I like my toilet paper soft. I like my media hard like sandpaper. We need to get your ass down to the stadium and hold these losers accountable. Every time I used to see a cardinal, I used to think of my wonderful mother when I'd see that cardinal perched on a tree outside of my house. Now all I can think of is that damn bow tie and his smug face and his wee beady eyes looking at me. Go have yourself, bow tie. You killed this team. You killed the BFM. We will not come back. It's like watching a funeral over there at the stadium. There's no one there. Go F yourself. Triple sticks. Tired of it.
Oh, gosh, I could tell you that.
Chairman Steve,
Might be
who
getting
just
evicted with that.
re-upped his apartment lease over at Ballpark Village.
Yeah, he could be getting an eviction notice here.
Gosh, that took a lot out of it.
Did you say a Rockies player was wearing blue jeans?
Yeah.
That's how committed they were to their craft. Well, Doug pointed out only a half game back. No, a 3.5 back.
3.5 out. 3.5.
Well, you sweep the Yankees. Talk to me on Monday. That's what I say.
Let me tell you something. I want you to listen and listen good. No matter what happens this weekend at Busch Stadium, it's going to lead to quality response from one of the 2 fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Doug, they can't split.
No.
Yankees fans are banty as hell. They got the overlap with angry fans in Queens with the Mets debacle. And then you got Cardinal fans.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you want the least entertainment, it would be the Cardinals getting swept. Because then there's just nothing to really. Then it's over, and now you turn your attention to Central Arkansas and Western Illinois.
Uniform talk.
And uniform talk, and me and Jackson talking about the girl next door for an hour.
I just, my early research, how much did they spend on the soundtrack? You got David Bowie in here.
The Who?
The Who.
The Three Legs of the Tripod, Doug. Wow, wow, wow.
Got Nerd. Methods of Mayhem. This is unbelievable.
Doug, do you call it Nerd or NERD with Pharrell?
It's never come up before.
Leonard Skinner. It's crazy. Limp Bizkit. Muddy Waters.
And you're the one who won't watch the film even though you host the Movie Boy podcast.
I know. This is egg on my face.
So you're admitting that it was a great film?
Well, I have, we'll see. I still haven't finished it.
I watched wrestling in 6th grade, and after about 3 or 4 weeks, I remember asking myself, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
I look back and think I prevented a life stuck in local radio. That's from The Hunchback of Vaughn Castle.
Yeah.
Life stuck in local radio, that implies that this is a sentence.
Well, it can be at times. If you can't, you can't find other employment.
Roger Ebert gave the film 1.5 stars and called it a nasty piece of business.
Who wants the text name a nasty piece of business?
Oh, I like that a lot.
That's why he's the GOAT.
That could
Long
be
live the king.
skipperism about a guy out of a bullpen. That's a real nasty piece of business. I can totally see that.
Great review. One sentence.
22-year-old from the Dominican gets called up in September, pitching in October. Like, whoa, where'd this kid come
I didn't see a Sharon and Clayton and Stephen Wildwood alliance form, but yet here we are. While a bit radical, I don't think the sentiments are too far off base for Steve. For most of the best fans in baseball, I love Steve's rants. Preach. Hashtag tired of it. Sharon and Clayton vacationing in San Diego.
Okay. She's got an alliance. I just hope Steve's okay, because I heard him swallow hard once, and then he was losing. He was running out of steam there
for
at the end.
air.
Yeah. He said he almost gave himself an aneurysm once yelling like this.
Yeah, he had to cut back on his mic drops.
Yeah, we don't want to get him hurt.
It was a balloon party tradition.
Do we take mic drops? Did he just call
Yeah, I mean, we
KG
take 'em.
direct? How did he call in? Is there a place for others? Can others do the same?
I can just comb through the mic drop
Oh,
file.
I like that verb. You like that comb
Yeah,
through?
I like that a
So
lot.
if you leave it, good chance.
Okay, but where? Like
now I'm on alert.
Okay, people listening.
101 ESPN app.
At the 101 ESPN app, you can leave a mic drop, which we don't normally play, but we're open to it.
Okay. I think the Cardinals could probably drop all three and still be in the race.
Doug is so optimistic here.
I mean, the other wild card teams, the Dodgers have lost 4 in a row. The Mets have lost 2 in a row. The Giants have lost 5 in a row. I think
Cardinals.
if we were to lose all 3, we might pick up some ground on some of those teams.
How about that? If the others could just keep losing, we could get in.
Diamondbacks, some of your bigger sellers at the deadline. Now just a game back of the Cardinals, which means they are 4.5 back. And guess what? They have 3 games this weekend after winning last night in Colorado with our nemesis, the Colorado Rockies.
It's a rough bunch there. You don't want anything to do with them.
But the Padres and Mike Schild have taken over first place in the
Jackson.
West. 5 straight wins, 8 out of 10. What's their playoff percentage? 98.2. The Dodgers are a game back. Their playoff percentage is 99.2.
Huh. Wow, that's fun with
and
math.
because of that, Schilt has got to go.
Yeah.
Still on the hot seat.
He combined streaks between your National League Central leader and National League West leader. They have won a combined 17 games in a row, Doug. And yet, I would imagine most people, if given the option of you can get the Brewers and Padres as your NL pennant winner, and you have the choice of them or the field, most would take the field. Because the field would include the Phillies, the Mets, the Cubs, and the Dodgers.
If the Cardinals can't do it this year, and I'm not ready to give up on them because I like what I saw this past week against Colorado, I would root hard for the Brewers. I'd rather see them win than anyone else, I think.
Yikes. Niger Morgan.
Well, you can't just say Niger Morgan and talk me off my
T-plush.
wanting to see the Brewers win it all.
Chris Carpenter, who has a bobblehead going tonight. Cardinals attendance numbers say, thank God. He would fight you right on the spot over that.
Would he?
He was not a big fan of T-Plush.
He chucked his dip right at him. And I think Albert looked with his eyes open. He was like, did that little guy just throw his dip at Chris Carpenter?
Well, I mean, who would you rather see win it all than the Brewers if the Cardinals don't do it?
Of course.
You'd want the Brewers to win?
Yeah, out of all the other teams, yeah.
Wow.
Why not?
You and Keith can have a picnic.
Well, who would you prefer? Who would you want to see win?
Leipold.
Who would I rather see win?
If not the Cardinals, who would you want to see win it all?
Season
Blue
canceled.
Jays? Blue Jays? No?
No.
Okay.
It wouldn't be an American team.
Yeah, and they've won it a few times.
Move me off of it.
Tigers do anything for you?
No.
Matt Vierling, CBC's own.
Fire up, CB.
Houston?
Fire up.
The Astros, no.
Seattle has never
Houston
won. They've never
Chiefs.
been to a World
Seattle would be
Series.
cool.
You're okay with Seattle?
Well, Cal Raleigh, I think.
Rosarena could go nuts in the postseason.
Yeah, I think Cal Raleigh deserves more spotlight.
Big
I agree with
dumper.
Enough baseball. Talk about my wife. Doug, that's from Shrimp.
Well, send her the picture.
Yes.
We'll pick her
It looks
apart.
like she's at a casino. She's got those librarian glasses on, very casual. Saying,
ring on the
hey, would
first
you like to
finger.
buy me a drink, is what she's saying there.
And
Can
she's
you
wearing-
hear me good?
Okay. She's wearing a ring on her first finger.
What does that mean?
On her index finger. I don't know.
That's the
meaning
shocker
of that?
finger, right?
Oh.
Yeah? What kind of ring?
Doug?
Is there a stone on it?
It doesn't seem to have a stone on it, no.
It's like a band?
Just like a silver band. Yeah.
Jackson, if the Cardinals can make a little run here, I would like you to start playing the
May I join you?
yes
Yep.
as
How
a
about that?
wild card entry.
Okay. I won't play it until they really start making a
just
charge.
play. Oh, come on, just play. It's
Now you
fun.
have to give me a second.
It's a fun drop.
Yeah,
it's a great drop.
No, I'm like a jukebox.
It's a tremendous. You are like a jukebox. Any other drop request? Doug, do you have a drop request? Tim, do you have a drop
don't think
request?
so.
I really like that.
Boy, there are
It's a good one.
some great ones up there. Francesa's really not happy about the Mets in 2012. That's timely now.
Yeah. They're back to that.
I think maybe every time they lose, if you could just cut off, this team's got no balls, that would work.
May I join you?
There it is. There's your St. Louis baseball
Looking
Cardinals
to be in that
2025.
wild card mix. Here we are.
Okay? I want to see these guys. I can't stand this team. They got no balls.
There, right there.
Okay? I want teams with balls. I want guys with balls.
I enjoyed the Wainwright take where he says you're at a Mets game, like, yeah, you're terrible. They're like, hey, you had a pretty good career, fella. They sort of back down.
Tell us more about these wives. Signed the Huntley Hot Wife Hunter.
Okay.
Doug, all I can tell you is Shrimply Pibble sent in a picture of his wife. It looks like she's at a casino cocktail lounge, and Doug noticed that her ring is on her index finger.
And I looked that up, and it says a ring on the index finger often symbolizes leadership, authority, confidence, and self-esteem.
Oh, is that right?
It's a finger associated with power and ambition. And wearing a ring there can be a way to express those qualities.
How about that? I'd never heard that before. Color me intrigued. Email in on rings on the index finger the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Next thing you know, you could be off to the Stiefel Classic with VIP parking. That is the prize for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming your way. This program is called The Morning After. It's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen. Mark Hanna, who has been the 9 o'clock hour sponsor, but might not be anymore after the wrestling criticism, is online at evergreenstl.com. This is TMA.
Little to no money down, best rates possible. That's what you get when you go to autoloanpro.com. It's the website where you can pick out a new vehicle, but also you can learn about the credit industry. They've got the free playbook. They put this together just for you. So no matter what your situation, they're going to help you get a vehicle with that little to no money down. Anyone can sell you a car. Takes pro to do it right. Autoloanpro.com, that's the website. They work with over 50 different lenders, meaning you'll get the very best financing available. There's only one thing you need to know. Choose the pro, the Auto Loan Pro. Download that free playbook. Our friend Robert Thomas on that website as well. Great website. It's helpful. Get the vehicle and get your life and credit back on track, all in one place, autoloanpro.com. So when you're looking for that car, keep that in mind. Auto Loan Pro is part of the Lita family.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Los Angeles Lakers will unveil a statue of former coach Pat Riley on February 22nd as the Hall of Famer joins the likes of former team greats Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant in bronze outside of their downtown arena, and it will be against the Celtics on that February 22nd game. That was another Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at Londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
This, I think, is Movie Boy's theme song.
I don't know if I can afford this one. But that's why I'm wondering how the girl next door afforded it.
You keep coming after the girl next door. After you watch it, you're going to be apologizing on that Movie Boy podcast. I grace that podcast and give you a free credibility check when I appear on that damn thing.
I just don't know how they're affording The Who, Marvin Gaye.
I bet the thing did like $750 million.
I actually can tell you it did had a robust budget of $25 million and an even more robust box office of $30.4 million.
Profit season, Tam Avenue Capital Partners, another winner.
Jackie, that's called post-revenue.
It's called a box office flop.
Oh, my God. Timothy Oliphant? Alicia Cuthbert?
I mean... Yeah.
You would still make money, though, right?
That's a flop.
A few I know it is, but it's still still making a few million.
Yeah, but budgets are given out by the studio. There's not like budget.com that sources these things. So 25 million might have been 35 million. Probably.
So when I type somebody's net worth in a search engine and it gives me Lou Diamond Phillips is worth $2.8 million, you're telling me that's not verified by the IRS?
Not to my knowledge. But you just run with it.
Even the IRS wouldn't know. The only guy who would know was him or his financial guy.
Mr. Lou Diamond?
Yeah. Because that changes just based on the stock market and everything else.
That's true.
Speaking of statues, you said they're going to build a statue out there for Pat
Riley.
The night of a Celtics game.
Yeah. Wainwright and Molini, you think they'll get small statues there in that area outside Busch?
That puts me to the test.
Yes. I think they might have one together. Because of the battery record that they set, that probably will never be broken.
Statues are for Cooperstown.
That's what I was about to ask. That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Albert will get one eventually, and Yadi probably.
Where will Albert's statue be, and how big will it be?
Should it be as big as Stan's?
That's why I'm asking the question.
It could be
Nobody's as big.
It could be right next to it, I think.
And so then it forms a little arch with the right-handed hitter and the left-handed hitter. Fun. Meet me at the arch.
Times.
Which one? It's going to be so fun for our kids who won't be able to leave St. Louis.
Meet me at the stand. Brian Burwell hated that statue. He would always comment on it.
One?
Well, people have commented.
Burwell liked to do things to endear himself to St. Louis.
It's great that they have it.
People have pointed out it's not the most flattering depiction of him, maybe.
Rarely are statues flattering.
You said it looks like Jim Neighbors?
I don't believe I said that.
Well, have you ever seen the Cristiano Ronaldo one?
Surprise!
It looks like
Citizens Arrest.
It looks like a boardwalk caricature of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
No.
But some statues are outstanding.
Some, yeah.
Most of the ones, the small ones, were done by the local guy here, right? Harry Weber, is that his name?
I think you're right.
But I don't think the big Stan Musial statue has been around a long time. That's the one that could maybe use a redo.
Tim needs a statue at St. Gabe's.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm stunned there isn't one already.
6 3-pointers of 1 quarter. The Little Shamrock Tournament in Dogtown at St. James the Greater. How there isn't a statue, beyond me.
6?
6 threes and 1 quarter.
Well,
who was coaching on the other side?
Yeah.
It could
Cover
be
the little guy.
Yeah. Guard Mickey Carroll over there.
Seriously. He's just chucking it.
But if
a
they had
mouse in the house. Mickey in the lane. Mickey in the lane. Mickey Carroll in the lane.
Put the Salber statue at first base. That's from Mert the Barbarian. Doug, has there ever been a statue put in play?
Yes, at
the
Yankee Stadium.
Had one, had some busts out there in center field.
Which seems silly.
It did. I wonder if there's ever a problem with it. If a ball bounced off of one of those.
I'm sure it did.
Took a weird hop.
I'm sure it crushed someone's shoulder.
It was way out there, though.
Yeah, it was super deep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, Houston put a flagpole in center field.
In the hill.
Unbelievable.
Edmonds was not happy with that.
Oh.
What is Tal's Hill? Why do I have to hit a freaking flagpoles? Jesus. I believe that was an actual quote.
Doug, are you saying that Yadi is not a Hall of Famer?
Well, I don't believe I said that. I don't know. I think he probably will be. I don't know about Wainwright. I'm not sure Wainwright achieved any of the numbers that generally go with being a Hall of Famer.
If he wanted to, and I don't think he does, I think he could, call 20 World Series. I think he's that good as a broadcaster. But I think with the family being young, I don't think that he has any interest in that kind of schedule commitment.
No, probably not.
And he made like $3 or $4 million during his baseball career, so he's probably invested some of that in the Tam Avenue Capital Partners, and he's doing just fine.
Albert and Yadi will end up with statues over there after they get into Cooperstown. I'm sure that's what'll happen. Just kind of like the numbers retired on the wall. 4 and 5 will eventually be. Has anybody worn 4 or 5?
Vandavina?
I mean, 4. I mean, since Yadi left, it's only been 2 years, but with Alberto.
No, that never will.
Would you retire Wainwright's?
Would break loose.
Yeah,
Would you retire Wainwright's 50?
Yes.
The Cardinals have a policy.
Yeah, I know, but
which is what I dealt with Retire 51 with Willie McGee. The only non-Hall of Famer, Doug, you have to withdraw. The only non-Hall of Famer who has his number retired.
They have to be a player?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're not talking Gus
Mike Shannon?
Busch here.
Is his retired?
No.
This guy should be a Hall of
Augie
Famer.
Busch.
Ken Boyer?
That's correct.
14.
I'm surprised you got that.
He
Just
should
because of
be.
the age thing.
He was as good as Ron Santo. Ron Santo got in.
And I remember talking to Mark Lamping about it when I was on the Retire 51 crusade, and he's, nobody's worn it since. Bud Smith was attacked, and he didn't know what the hell was going on because he was coming from Southern California, and he wore 51 for like a week, and then fans went nuts, and so they moved him to 52. But Mark Lamping told me it's only Hall of Famers and Boyer because he passed away at an early age. Car crash, Doug, is that correct?
Cancer, I think.
Cancer? That the fan base was really emotional, wanted to pay tribute to him, and so that is how that passed. But since then, they have not done it.
And you probably have to have that standard because you're going to get into a real gray area. Well, we liked him. Well, he did win that title. Well, he didn't.
So then you unofficially retired. Don Mattingly, the non-Hall of Famer whose number is retired by the Yankees, because Cardinal fans will go, we're not the Rays. We don't just retire him. And it's like, well, the Yankees did it with Don Mattingly.
Yeah.
Fan favorite. What number was he with the Yankees? I am
23,
crowdsourcing.
23,
Pretty sure.
Has anybody worn 23 for
Didn't David
the
Justice?
Pinstripes? Wow, David Justice.
Well, that pretty quick.
Yeah, that was. What, you've been watching that podcast with him where he says he didn't want to marry Halle Berry, but he gave in?
He talks
That's a
a
problem
lot.
we've all dealt with.
He talks a lot on that podcast, and then someone needed to tell him to pull the chute.
The tweet that hasn't aged well, he was mad because Halle Berry didn't cook and clean and wasn't going to be a good housewife. And people are like, dude, you married one of the
Halle
prettiest
Berry.
women on the planet making $20 million per movie, and you're talking about the kitchen?
No, Justice wore 28 with the Yankees. Wore 23 with the Athletics.
He needs to pull the chute.
I like that term.
Doesn't look like anyone.
So they kind of did the unofficial. Well, I mean, they did retirement, actually. That's the thing.
Right.
They did retire it.
I think
he was the last person.
50 will kind of live on that way with the Cardinal. Like they
4
won't
and
give
50,
it away.
even if those two don't make Cooperstown. I don't think anyone will wear those numbers again.
Yankees retired Mattingly's number in 97.
Got it.
And he was a part of, I would guess, was one of the darkest eras in Yankee history. I mean, it wasn't like they were horrible, but they just were irrelevant. If I'm not mistaken, he played in one playoff series.
Is that the late 80s?
It was 95. Vince Coleman got him in the Seattle Mariners, Doug.
Oh.
And they, of course, went on to take on the Cleveland, and I'd like to apologize in
Don't
advance.
say it. Don't say it.
Dians,
Ah.
who then went on to take on David Justice, full circle, and the Atlanta Braves while he was unhappy with Halle Berry.
Hey, guys, stay woke.
It's Charlie Marlowe, AI. Martin, you stuck around because we have a phone call who wants to... Oh, he's gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
You were getting invited on a road trip by a listener.
I think Keith from South Milwaukee, who KG dubbed, I believe, off air, but it's fair to say, he said he's the new Pestis. He calls a lot. Tim kind of wrapped him up the other day after we talked chili and burgers for a while about Milwaukee. Keith is from South Milwaukee, lives in Dogtown, apparently inviting me on a road trip.
You going?
I got onboarding.
In all seriousness, could there be a worse way to spend time with a stranger than 8 hours on a car road trip. I think that would be the worst.
A car road trip?
Yeah. Like
Maybe
you have
a boat, a small boat.
With a cabin underneath?
Yeah, but then you could just jump into the water and swim to shore.
Just end it right there.
I guess you could do that in the car, too.
I've been in a car with a few people that I would rather have been dead than been in the car anymore.
It sucks. Like long road trips to people you don't know that well.
Yeah, won't stop talking.
Well, wasn't there like companies do like carpools, like mandatory carpools with your coworkers? And
Oh, is that right?
I've heard stories, and that just sounds awful.
I rode back from Columbia with a photographer at Channel 4 once, and I asked him a question just as we were on the on-ramp to get on 70 in Columbia. He did not stop talking until we arrived back at the station.
Now, Miss Hitter?
I will not say the name.
Sounds like I might have shipped it right there.
Is it a blues radio announcer?
At one point, I took my tie and I tried to hang myself in the window. Just for a moment, take a breath.
An hour and 55 minutes of it.
You ever try closing your eyes and they just keep talking like, oh.
That's the best. When you put nowadays, you put your headphones in to try to like tell people like, hey, I'm out of the conversation. They still continue to talk.
And your earbuds earbuds are dead. You still put them in your ear. Just
for sure.
The old days in college, you'd go to the little kiosk and they would have the little sheets of paper you could rip if you needed a ride home.
Oh, yeah.
And so you get like random rides home from people.
I read a great mystery novel about something like that.
Hardy Boys.
Wasn't the Hardy Boys?
Nancy Drew.
A really, really good one.
Angela Lansbury.
So since Keith is gone, Martin, it sounds like you won't have to figure out a way to get out of the road trip.
Well, I got to roll, but Keith, I'll give you a shout. We'll talk offline.
There you go. Or you could just email it in, Keith, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That's where you can send your emails in for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today. Tickets to the Stiefel Classic, including VIP parking, the prize for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, coming up at approximately 10:45 on this program. Martin, have a wonderful weekend. I say we come back and do it again at 7 on Monday.
I'll be here at, Doug, about 6:42.
Oh,
you're 6:42?
Yeah, and then Doug's already here. He said, I've been here all morning preparing.
Mm-hmm. Martin and Doug walk in about a minute or two apart.
And I always give Jackson a little salute in the toll booth.
Mm-hmm.
I forget that you're in the toll booth.
I know. People always forget. People walk by my little booth.
Isn't that
there.
Great though?
Yeah, it is. But I like to wave. And sometimes people walk by not realizing I'm in there, and they'll put their stuff all over everywhere, and they'll like tap the glass.
Why are they tapping the glass?
Well, because they just, I don't know, but I'm like a fish in the tank, and it's really loud in there because it's soundproof. So like when someone taps on it, it really scares the hell out of me.
But it's soundproof, but you can hear it?
Well, it's a soundproof studio, but when someone taps on the glass, I can hear it.
You can hear it, okay.
Yeah, it's not a bunker.
Well, I said it was soundproof, so I was thinking you couldn't hear. I don't want to end the week like this.
Let's leg wrestle. Let's leg wrestle right now.
I want you and me to enjoy the weekend. By the way, Tim, Beaufordese is now tweeting at me saying my wife left me. Beaufordese likes to text that into the show, and I'm sorry, Beaufordese. I don't know what to tell you.
There you go, Beaufordese. We are going to workshop it someday when you call in 314-974-0101. The program's TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
Roll the credits, but stay tuned. Next week's show coming soon.
Starting to think that TMA has become a simple promotional vehicle for Movie Boy. You see what I'm saying?
Feels like it.
Well, this listener went through all the effort to make these.
I haven't heard a song for questions from the audience for the Tim McKernan Show podcast.
Listener Mike, if you're out there listening right now, make a QFTA song or two, if you would.
I think the opening sound is somebody snorting Adderall.
That would be the best way to, yeah.
No.
Like how Lil Wayne would always start one of his songs with a lighter flick.
How about that, Doug? You like that to start a song with a lighter
No,
flick?
I don't care for that.
Okay.
Do you like Collier and Thompson?
Well, everyone likes Collier and Thompson that's ever had work done by them.
I have.
Yeah, have you really?
Yeah,
well, I'm sure you like them then. They've been in business since the 1950s. That'll tell you just how good they are. More than 165 years of experience with their crew. Bob Strati and Carolyn Beard are the owners there. Collier and Thompson can turn your home into a showplace. Go ahead and get your house spruced up. It'll just make you feel better. It's hard to know, though, who you can trust to be in your home and who's going to back up their work. Collier and Thompson stands behind every job they do. During the process, they are always available for you in case you need to make any changes. The Collier and Thompson team cares about the work they produce. It's more than just a job for them. They take great pride in the work that they do. Whether you need a new kitchen, bathroom, want to redo the basement, whatever, any kind of project around the house, Collier and Thompson has the pros to get it done. They've got some reviews, too. Let's take a look. Oh, here we have one. This is from Shirley. Well, hello, Shirley Gurley. She says, they helped design a new kitchen, finished project on time and within budget, took care of everything professionally and still helping on minor things after completion. A lot of 5-star reviews from Collier and Thompson. They're just the best in town. Not going to be the cheapest, not the most expensive, right there in the sweet spot where you get absolutely quality work every time without spending just a fortune. They are really something else. You got to check out their showroom there in Baldwin. They've got more than 10,000 square feet, more than 20 kitchen displays. Get some great ideas what you can do with your home. Collier and Thompson, as I said, on Manchester and Baldwin, next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Come on to quality online at collierandthompson.com.
Very active Air Comfort Service text inbox this morning as friends have gathered here in preparation for the weekend and what is expected to be a pony show unlike any others as Aaron Judge rolls into town. My brother-in-law, who is the hunchback of Vaughn Castle, accidentally texted his work carpool mate a text that was sexual and meant for Doug on TMA.
Oh.
He said it was horribly awkward in the car.
I would imagine it would be.
Because the explanation, like, isn't a Band-Aid, you know? It's not really going to work. It's like, oh, I was meant to send to a, father of 3 who's been working in sports media for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not really going to be an easy explanation.
I meant to send something completely inappropriate to someone I don't know. So don't think I'm weird or anything.
Speaking of which, my dream day is staring at Tim on a car ride for 8 hours and then snuggling with Doug that night. Doug, that came in 4 texts after the previous one from Injun Joe's Cave Ride Magic Man.
Oh, my God.
This has been going on for years, too.
That's how we put food on the table.
That's right.
Yeah, just go ahead and send me some sexually provocative thing, and I'll try to make $1 off it. That's what it's come to.
Kind of sums it up. Also very active in that Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, youtube.com/TMASTL. Lex Luthor is talking to Darth 007, and Chairman Kurt is in there while sitting at the dais hosting the program with us in the 10 o'clock hour because Martin's got this onboarding he's still doing. Chairman Kurt is participating in the Michelob Ultra. You ever participate in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, Doug?
No, I never have.
I think you'd like it.
I just got ranked number 3 in there, too, so that's big.
Huge.
There are rankings.
I have 300 XPs.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Experience points?
That's what I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Experience
It's like each
points?
post is an XP?
It looks like I thought maybe every post you got 25. So if my math's right, 4 gets you 100. But yeah, I crawled up to number 3.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But what does that get you?
It's like $1,000?
$2,000. Well,
$2,000.
It's paying off for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Michelob Ultra is the sponsor of the YouTube chat. YouTube.com/TMASTL is where you go to watch the show. And then you got Michelob Ultra at 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. Enjoy one while you're out and about this weekend. It's Michelob Ultra, sponsor of the Dotem and our upcoming golf tournament here on TMA. And, of course, the YouTube chat where so many friends gather and talk it over throughout the course of the presentation. Jackson, I mean, we've barely tended to what now is a clearly private Stiefel dossier. It's already 10:23. I don't want all of your hard work on this dossier to go by the wayside. Which topic, which query would you like to go to here, sir?
I like this Denzel audio.
Yeah, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Hasn't really done well in film, and so he wants to get into sports media.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, he's promoting his new movie with Spike Lee, and he was talking with Sports Illustrated yesterday. And this is a little piece on his take on sports media and the sports media members, man.
Everybody's got an opinion. We live in a world of opinionaires. You know, that's what I call them, opinionaires. They're all the shows, a bunch of guys, and a couple of them that have played, but most of them who have an opinion about what something should be when they haven't done it. Those who can't talk about those who can. Those who have know what they're talking about. Those who haven't don't. Period. Too much talking. Too much talking. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody's sitting around getting fat, you know, thinking they know how to do it. Just because you can sit behind a desk and chit-chat doesn't mean you can do a damn thing. Those are bars. Come get up here with me. Let's find out. Come get in the gym with me. Let's find out. I mean, I don't know you. We saw you. But, you know, I can throw my hands. I can do it. I can sure do it. I can Rolls Royce. I can do it for real. I don't talk about it. Well, let me leave you on this. Skinny kid, you know, who never played a day in his life, and now he can get back at everybody because he got a mic in his face and show. People need to shut up. People need to shut up. Learn how to do something. Be actually good at something. Try that. Action!
Oh, gosh.
Denzel Washington was just coming for me.
It feels like he was taking shots directly at us.
He says, don't talk about it, be about it. And didn't Pitbull say that to Trina?
I don't know what he said to her.
I think he did.
I don't know what he said to her.
I think he did.
I don't know.
I liked it.
Okay.
Is this movie scene about sports talk radio hot takes? Thanks. That's from Steven Time. Wasn't Steven Time suspended? He got tariffed?
I thought he did.
Oh,
right?
he did, yeah. No, he got I put a letter in his file.
Right.
Denzel Washington went to Melville. He was class of 84. That's a big show.
So.
I would have thought he'd be more like class of 78.
Yeah, I don't think he was a Melville.
Now, his son did play for the St. Louis Rams. Practice squad.
Yeah, he's on the team.
John David. A fine actor himself.
Any news on him playing Bill Walsh in that movie?
I haven't seen that again.
Okay. Got my eyes on that.
I have seen the new Spike Lee and Denzel movie, by the way.
What film is that?
Highest to Lowest.
And how is it?
Good.
Good.
It'll be on Apple in September.
Is there a Spike Lee film that you would call bad?
Yeah.
What?
The Five Bloods, which he did in 2020, I didn't love. That was like
the
his
Five Bloods.
That was like his
2020.
most recent before this new one. This new one's cool though.
What about He Got Game?
Love He Got Game. I love a lot of Spike Lee movies. Do the Right Thing's one of my 5 favorite movies.
Surprised after Chasey Lane was in He Got Game that she didn't get more mainstream work.
I agree.
Thank you. You can email in on that the morning after at InsideSTL.com for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. That is coming your way in 20 minutes. This program is called The Morning After, and it airs on 101 ESPN.
You've heard for years now the name Stiefel, and hopefully you're pronouncing it right. Stiefel, not Stuffle or something else. They sponsor everything now, including the award-winning broadcast dossier right on this very presentation. But did you know they're also throwing one of the biggest parties St. Louis has ever seen since the parade down Market Street in 2019? It's the Stiefel Charity Classic. New title, new energy. It's all going down September 4th through the 7th at Norwood Hills Country Club. They also have a concert there. OAR is performing live at the Friday night community concert presented by CarShield. That's right. Of a Revolution is bringing the good vibes and the sing-alongs with them. Friday tickets cost $50. Golf and OAR are included. These bad boys selling faster than a Friday foursome at the Dotem. Any kids 16 and under, active military veterans, and first responders are free. And also, the email of the day winner today wins 2 all-inclusive tickets to the day of their choice, and that includes VIP parking, food, and beverages. That's Stiefel. Again, Stiefel, charityclassic.com. We will see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Wow, wow, wow. Bet you. Oh. Well, Doug, here it is. You doing bottle service both nights or just one night?
Probably both nights. I hit it really hard.
Just polish off half a handle of vodka yourself.
Yeah, probably the whole bottle. I am a massive partier these days. I'm out, 5-6 nights a week.
Yeah, just tying one on.
It's not always easy to find a happening joint either. Make my own party if I have to.
The program is called TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen, 101 ESPN, and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Go back and podcast because Joey Vitale was our guest in advance of his trip to Paris. That was in the 8 o'clock hour, which is brought to you by Fisher Window and Door Store. Podcast that. Schaefer Door Company coming up on the program. You got that Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. 2 tickets to the Stiefel Classic, the prize for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Doug Jackson sent this over in the Stiefel dossier. The 30 most popular athletes according to millennials.
30 of them. Gosh, these lists are so long.
And this is from Canadian Sports Yahoo.
30 most popular. Oh, gosh. And millennials were born what year? What are the year?
It's a tough question. I would say anywhere from like 85 to 95. I would say that decade is millennials.
Okay. And I got to come.
If you're born in 84, what are you?
84? I guess Gen X. Probably still millennial. I don't know. I would say.
I don't know if Gen X even goes into the 1980s. I don't know.
I think Charlie Marlowe is like, he's a millennial, and then as young as someone who's like 30 right now.
81 to 96.
Okay.
Gen X is considered 65 to 80. So, yeah, there you go. 81 to 96.
Okay. So I got to come up with 30 names?
A great list.
Start with 30. I want you to work in descending order.
I'd say Michael Jordan.
No.
No, he's not in the 30?
Are these current or just
Michael Jordan did not make the list.
This list is unhinged. You will not get.
Are they all soccer players?
Well, I'm only seeing like 8 people on this 30.
It's your link.
I know. I know.
Oh, it's a slideshow too.
Yeah, it's not really loading all that way, but I have some of the names.
Well, it's your link, Doug. How are we supposed to?
I don't know.
All right. Well, the first name I have was known for grabbing his crotch while he scored.
Grabbing his crotch while he scored.
Juan Soto.
Oh, that good guess.
Can I have initials?
ML.
ML. Mike Leone. Who the hell is that?
Sounds like a
ML. ML. Second letter, first name.
This is number 1. If you can't get number 1, how are you supposed to get 2, 3, and
Matt Leinart? Matt Leinart.
Actually, a pretty good guess, but no.
Third letter, first name.
R.
Mark
Spitz.
Mark Leisure.
Leisure.
Fourth letter, first name.
S.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
See, that was easy.
number 1?
The number 1 most popular athlete? Marshawn Lynch. You got to be kidding. Who made this list?
He was number 25.
Doug, this is Jackson's favorite publication, Yahoo Sports Canada.
TD is your next athlete.
TD.
You think it's Terrell Davis?
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson played the role of Sam Malone on Cheers.
TD.
Ted Danson.
Second letter, first name.
Second letter, first name?
Yeah, that's right.
I.
Tim Davenport. I
needed a
remember
segment
him.
title. Thank you.
Freudian. You had the first name right.
Tim, second letter, second name.
You.
Tim Duncan.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that was easy.
All right, I'm going to scroll down to number 20, Doug.
All right.
TH is the initial.
TH.
Boy, this list is not playing well. Hersey Hawkins, this list is not playing well in the Air Comfort Service text inbox. Caller Buzz says, oh boy, Jackson got caught scribbling giggly gook on his homework and now has to read it in front of the whole class.
This one I think people are really like. TH.
Yeah, I'm going with Ted Hershey, a guy I went to high school with.
No.
He's a good player, wasn't he?
It's the same name as the athlete you just guessed in the first name.
I hate this list already. Thanks. That's from the Pastor James Hunt.
Tim Horton, the guy with the donuts.
Oh, yeah. It didn't go well in St. Louis. They tried St. Louis. It didn't track.
I didn't feel like they really tried, though. It was like a really small one, wasn't it? It was like just like a counter.
Yeah, second letter, second name.
Oh.
Tim House.
Timmy House.
Not Timmy House.
Tim Hogaboom?
W is the next letter.
Is there a Rangers pitcher named Tom House?
Yes.
Is it him? And this is just a mistake?
Powerhouse.
Is this list from 2015?
It could be.
Tim.
I'm seeing Yahoo Sports.
Doug, we have a 10-year-old list that we're going through here.
Well, this is leading out serious context.
What's the context?
The question I had attached to this link was, do you think the idea of younger people having favorite players that play far outside their hometown team is a recent development? When do you think that started, and why do you think that is?
And so you used a list from 2015.
I was trying to find more lists. I maybe left that one in there.
Yeah, this was published January 20th of 2015.
All right. He's up there, Vince Carter, on dunking on me so hard. Can you let Doug finish the question?
Howard.
Tim Howard, the former U.S. men's national team goalie.
Yeah.
This is Canadian Yahoo.
This is the most popular athlete. Most people wouldn't know
Number
who
20.
he is.
Number 20.
Jackson mailing it in on a Friday, a tradition unlike any other. That's the Hunchback of Vaughn Castle. Not happy with it.
I think I put this link and question in Tuesday, so.
So this theoretically was you were running out the clock on the week on Tuesday.
One could say that.
Oh, Doug.
Mark McGuire had to get in there somewhere, right?
No.
No, of course not.
No.
Sammy Sosa didn't get in there?
No.
No, why would they?
Do a list of the dumbest lists, and this is number 1. That's from Darth 007. In the
I can only see like
Ken Griffey.
My slideshow only goes to 11.
Yeah, same.
Ken
Doug,
Griffey
this is
get
the
in
30
there.
greatest athletes for millennials with 11.
Damian Lillard came in at number 12.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Dame time. But if this list did come out in 2015, that you'd been fresh off that shot against Houston.
Okay. This is one of the worst lists I've ever heard.
Guys, can you get us a list from India in 1974? Doug, wouldn't that be fun?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to think Gandhi would be on there. Isn't that what, 6 years before Ben Kingsley?
The Mahatma?
I think that's 6 years. That's 7 years before Gandhi, played by Ben Kingsley. Am I right on that?
How soon is that by Sexy Beast?
I'm not buying number 9 either.
Who's that?
Mark Sanchez.
Butt fumble.
Of the most popular athletes in America,
He's number
Mark
9.
Sanchez?
That's the list of the Stiefel dossier. That's why Jackson doesn't want the Stiefel dossier to be public, and that's why Mr. Licks is on a mission with the Sunshine Law to get this thing public.
Gandhi came out in 82.
Do we dare guess who number 1 was? Can we have initials?
I don't have number 1 on my
wrap
list.
up this list.
I have number 4. It's as high as it goes.
Well, you got the list and it doesn't say who number 1 is?
No, but
That's your effing list.
I have number 4, though. It's Kevin Durant.
Why wouldn't it give you number 1?
I don't know.
Why did it have 11 when it says it's 30?
Maybe, I don't know.
Clearly, the August sports dead period gave Jackson carte blanche to waste our lives away. I've never hated this guy so much. That's from your mom's lesbian
All right, you know
lover.
what? No more Mr. Nice Guy. I dare one of you knuckleheads to try to come up with 12 segments when nothing in sports possibly is even coming close to going on.
Okay. Keith can only call in with an offer for a road trip to one of our co-hosts so many times.
For the love of God, you know. What do you want from me?
No.
I'm trying my best out here.
Yeah, you
Is
are.
Jeremy Lin on this list?
He probably have been right around that time. I think it's a little early.
The thing that's magical about the list is we can't see the damn list.
No,
He makes a list and says, I'm not going to tell you who's on the list, but boy, it's a good list.
Yeah. Time spent listening.
Well, it's Canadian.
So it's a hockey player.
No, I
never know, I
don't
don't
know
think.
who number
No,
1
it's
is.
a secret.
I
It's
don't.
a secret list, but we're supposed to guess who's on a list that we don't know who's on there.
From 10 years ago.
It's not even written down anywhere.
No,
Jackson's Toots is the driving cat. That's from Doug's prison wallet.
I didn't even understand that.
It was a Saturday Night Live skit. Toonses
Toonses?
was a cat that could drive. I think he drove.
No, it doesn't really translate well to a text into
No,
a
probably not.
morning sports talk show in St. Louis. But I appreciate the effort.
Somebody's going to be Toonses the driving cat in September, but they're going to have to wait a couple weeks until September rolls around, Doug.
Toonses is a great name for a cat, though.
Toonses?
This test segment is making Denzel's comments look spot on.
That's true.
That's what they're doing for.
Yeah, it is true.
Oh, so we never really will know who like the top 2 or 3 on this
Well,
list.
I was
are.
trying to
It's a
come up with
secret.
who's Gen Z you love, and I wasn't getting many articles about it.
So you just pulled some from 2015.
Well, you know, I had a couple other links there. I don't know where they went. I had more.
I'm seeing the rest of the list is coming out in
are
2035.
Oh,
it's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. What about my question?
what was the question?
Do you think the idea of younger people having favorite players that play far outside their hometown teams is a recent development? When do you think that started, and why do you think that is?
Yeah, ignore the list. Focus on the question.
That's where I really did the work.
Well, it's probably more prevalent now than it used to be because so many games are on TV that you didn't used to get to watch.
And I
have
would tell
access
you
to all these guys.
EPL is the key.
EPL would be the key.
Don't you think so, Papis?
That's a huge, yeah, when you're talking about far outside your hometown, across the pond would certainly be.
But if you're going way back,
Like, when do you think
a
it
lot
started?
of people around the country were big fans of Mickey Mantle or Joe DiMaggio or Red
And that's because they would
Grange or
play
Babe Ruth.
stickball in the streets of Queens and the Bronx.
Well, I think it's because the New York teams and the biggest stars of the sports got most of the media attention, and so people that read newspapers and listened to the radio, that's who they would hear about all the time.
Maybe it's my NBA brain working, but I would have thought like Magic and Larry were a big part of that.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Tim, you were a youngster, like when Jordan was coming up, like it was like if you asked most kids in your grade school who their favorite basketball player was, they were probably saying Michael Jordan, right?
Probably Larry Bird.
Okay.
This is St. Gabriel's.
Right. Celtic pride.
I was the only Irish Catholic in South St. Louis polling for the Los Angeles Lakers. I say that with certainty.
And while you're wearing your Thriller jacket?
While wearing a Thriller jacket.
Oh, well, you were Showtime when Showtime wasn't cool.
Yeah. I was before. I was during. I wore that jacket during the Paul Westhead Lakers, not the Pat Riley Lakers.
I was gonna say, did you wear the Thriller jacket and then slick the hair back too, like that?
I did have hair then. If you're trying to take a shot at male pattern baldness in 4th grade.
No, but you know what's? We were talking the other day, Tim, and it was the first time in my life I noticed the lopsided skull. I had never really seen it. Like I'd heard
this
about
side. It's right here.
I noticed. Like
this,
it
and
was
this
the
is
right
the
angle.
thing that fell out and now texts into the show.
Oh. Gosh.
Like Mae Young in the hand that she birthed.
Mae Young's newborn hand.
Yeah.
And Mark Henry was the father? Am I right on that?
And he's number 3 on this list from Canada's Yahoo Sports on best millennial athletes.
That's of all the lists that you pulled up. This is the worst one. This is the worst.
I do have to agree because it's incomplete.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight if I don't find out who was number one on the list of most popular athletes in 2015.
From a Canadian perspective,
people should send in who they think it would be. In 2015,
I would think it's LeBron.
Bron was on the list and he was way high up. That's because I would have said the same thing, but LeBron was number 22.
The rest of America is preparing for another exciting NFL season. Our town gets 10-year-old lists of washed-up athletes that go back to the last time we had an NFL season. Hashtag our town. That's from the Hunchback of Vaughn Castle. And somehow, dog, on a beautiful Friday morning in the gateway to the West, which is the gateway to the best football team, our Daubers have been struck down by the Hunchback of Vaughn Castle holding up a mirror.
A lot of these guys are still playing. Messi, Odell Beckham Jr., Dame, Bron, KD. These guys are still at the top of their game. Well, some of them.
Jackson's questions sound like they were written by AI.
People always say that, and you know what? I have tried to get one of my questions done by AI. Mm-hmm. They can't even sniff it. They can't even get close to what I do.
Really?
Truly, I'm not joking. It's the most surface level BS. They're not even. They don't even sniff.
You're smarter than AI.
I'm more flowery with my writing. I'll tell you that much. And I'm like, give me a good thought-provoking sports question. They're like, how does the recent development of television streaming change sports viewing? I'm like, yes, sick question.
Oh, my. Jackson sideways with the audience. How about a list of worst producers in TMA history? That's the worst of what's whack.
Feel free to make one yourself. I'm not going to.
Well, there haven't been that many.
Projo's my goat. I was listening to a TMA All Day segment earlier today just for a minute.
That's 105.7 The Point, but HD2. That's where you can listen to TMA all day. A lot of historical segments in there.
And Projo was just cooking, and he's my goat.
He was cooking, dropping hot takes?
Just doing Projo stuff.
Yeah.
He's great.
What, carving landing strips?
That might have been part of the conversation.
You don't really have to carve them, do you?
I think he was giving a take about being able to know if someone on television has smell.
Oh, yeah.
And it was great.
He picked that up on The Bachelorette.
I was like, yeah, this is my guy right here.
Yeah, he thought the girl who was the Bachelorette for a season had a smell.
Mm-hmm. Somehow he could tell. Cute girl. No, apparently she had an odor.
Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. It's coming up here in a matter of moments on TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
This is Jackson with a SportsCenter update, driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Cardinals, Yankees, tonight, 7:15 p.m. at Busch Stadium. Andre Palante on the mound for your Redbirds. That was another SportsCenter update, driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at Londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. You kidding me?
Well, it is the morning after, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen here on 101 ESPN. And you can watch the program, youtube.com/TMASTL. Jackson, if you were advocating, as they're doing in the TMASTL YouTube chat, presented to you by Michelob Ultra, for some Buck Swopes Picks podcasts to familiarize longtime 101 ESPN listeners who are confused by their growing attraction to this show that they condemned in late October of 2024, its mere existence, much less its appearance on this station. And now, in an odd way, kind of like a dom-sub relationship, they find themselves attracted to it but can't explain it to their therapist. What Swopes Picks episodes would you recommend to familiarize oneself with the history of what is considered to be the greatest show in radio history?
My favorites are the origin of Free Dodom and Dodom himself. I
thought Buck Swope should win an investigative journalist award for his Rams
There is no secret plan.
There is no secret plan.
Legitimately great journalistic
shows why Buck Swope's the best in the business.
Right there. That's like a legit, really great one. The Rise of Plowboy is one of my favorites.
Doug the Plowhawk.
Okay.
I really enjoy the FS1 Doug rants segments. He did a deep dive into that. The two-part Sveta and Rokas unveiling of Tucker is a great one.
That's nice. Starter packs.
Caden Cross's Foot Fetish Friday.
Yeah, Doug did his own list of top quarterbacks you'd want to lead a 2-minute
really
drive
good
and
one.
top 5 goalies of all time, and you landed on Glenn Hall as one of the...
Buck is one of the best goalies, absolutely.
Buck just interviews the hell out of Caden Cross, who seems a little confused about why she's being interviewed about this moment, but does a damn fine job nonetheless.
But you've given a lot.
I have.
You've said it all.
My favorite one personally is Doug's rants. Because
it includes an unfortunate episode at the DMV at Deer Creek.
DMV, the golf coach one, and one of my favorites is, I guess players were complaining about being too hot at a football practice, and Doug yells something like, "Too hot." When I was a kid, we used to have football practice, and when we got thirsty, they'd give us a salt lick.
That's what they did. A salt pill. What great advice that is. Don't take any water. Get out of that water, they'd say. Well, I'm dying over here. And yet... 100 feet away, they'd have a smoking lounge for the students. It was okay to be a 15-year-old person and light up a dart, but heaven forbid we get a glass of water practicing football in 95 degrees.
So they give you
They
give you a salt tablet?
Yes, a salt tablet.
And I think you said, "What am I, a horse? I don't need this salt tablet."
That's what they would give.
And it really makes me laugh.
Basketball practice, same thing. Run for 2 hours, and you weren't allowed a drink of water.
That's how Dick Vermeil led the Rams to the 1999 Super Bowl.
That's why they called it. That's why they called it Gatorade.
That's why people also were dropping dead around the country.
Yeah, Gatorade. That's the Gainesville. That's why kind of they invented electrolytes. I think the salt was to give you electrolytes, but then they created a drink so you could hydrate yourself instead of licking a salt tablet.
Yeah, they really thought we were going to get cramps or something, or get out of shape if we drank water.
Doug, I got to do it. I got to go to the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, or else we won't get to give away these Stiefel Classic tickets, including VIP parking. Hello again, everybody. It's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Morning, guys. A little poem. First, we had Joey Bingo. Doug hates preseason bowl talk lingo. Tim keeps finding bad lists. T-shirt jokes get Jackson quite pissed. The Cardinals needs players with more balls. Chairman, please take more calls. Doug admitted he's quite the boozer. Chairman Steve hyperventilating sounds like a loser. Jackson loves him some movie boy. I wish Doug was my play toy.
No.
Thanks, guys. Happy weekend. That's from Jake in St. Genevieve.
Jake in St. Gen.
Cardinals get hot. A baby is what they've got. Old and full, they are not. Sup, Doug? That's from the unknown DJ.
Unknown DJ.
Morning, beautiful boys. Me again. Wanted to give the haiku another shot today. Voluptuous breasts, unbutton your blouse. Douglas, show me the world. Have a great weekend, all. Some Tanner skid marks.
Gosh.
Is that what Dave Matthews means in Crash? Hike up your skirt a little more and show your world to me? Is he talking about that?
I don't know.
I think it's about 2 hemispheres.
96?
Tanner skid marks.
96?
He's new.
Tim, Doug, Martin, and Jackie Papers. Congrats on the show's anniversary, and to Doug on the hole-in-one. I believe it should be Mills Brothers Monday, every Monday in August in honor of Doug and his hole-in-one. I am also emailing in so I can win Email of the Day contest and get the VIP parking for my stepdad at the Stiefel Golf Experience. If you would pick me, it would be greatly appreciated. On a side note, after I win and claim my VIP parking prize, can I transfer credit of the Email of the Day to someone that is in the running for Email of the Month? I would take Martin or Chairman Kurt's recommendation for the pick. Thanks. That's from Illini Golf Doctor in Edwardsville, Illinois, not Edwardsville, Spain.
No, can't transfer credits over the dice.
Illini Doctor?
Yeah, I just read what's in the teleprompter.
Okay.
Larson's perfect World Series game. Wilt drops 200 points.
100.
Reggie Jackson's 3 home runs against the Dodgers. Jeff Hurst hat trick in the World Cup. And Tim McKernan show on August 15th, 2025.
Did that guy really think Wilt dropped 200 points in one game?
No,
think about that. I know.
That's my top most dominating performances I have seen. Only thing lopsided I see is how much better Tim is than anybody else. But this email is about a different kind of performance. A sexual performance. VP Fair 1985. It was so hot, and I'm not talking about the weather. I was eyeing up a khakied reporter when it happened. He set down his microphone, grabbed my hand, and just smiled. As we walked the riverfront, we explored every inch of the arch grounds and then every inch of each other's sweaty bodies.
Oh.
Devoured making good choices.
Kevin Miller. It's Kevin Miller, isn't it? It's Kevin Miller. I recognize the writing style. I'm going to write it down. Kevin Miller.
Doug,
and that's it?
No, and finally.
Okay.
In honor of Doug's hole-in-one, a haiku. Doug's khakis so tight, nicely hugging buns so nice. Let me squeeze them cheeks. That's from Who's Your Daddy? And Doug, that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day.
Who's Your Daddy? Okay. Wow. I guess I'm going to have to go with Jake and St. Genevieve.
Oh, hold on. We got a late entry.
Oh, okay.
It looks like, Chairman, am I correct? Midge? Is this filtered?
Yeah, I saw the clock. I figured we could squeeze it in.
I was filtered yesterday, and that is direct shot at every short brush cut, sun visor, dungaree overalls, Birkenstock sandals with white tube socks wearing gal out there. Tired of it. That's from Midge.
Midge.
That's what we have.
I don't get that one.
Okay.
Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day.
I'm going to stick with Jake and St. Gen with my vote. Jake and St. Gen.
I thought Tanner skid marks really showed some great writing. I'm going Tanner skid marks.
I liked Kevin Miller.
Wow. This might be the most important vote of my life, Doug. I'm going Jake and St. Genevieve.
Oh,
Jake and St. Genevieve has won the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day. Congratulations to Jake. And he is in St. Genevieve. Time for us to shut it down for Jackson Burkett, Chairman Kurt, for Martin Kilcoyne, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This has been TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel.